Hello there.
Hello, good evening, welcome to the stream. I'm here, it's happening. It's not too hot for me to actually sit in this room for once, which is great, because it has been extremely crazy hot here in Australia the last few days. Hope everyone is doing well. Good to see you, Tachyon. Good to see you, Silvus Keru. You did nothing wrong, you just hit the cooldown on the hello command you tried to run. So it's just because you did it right after Tachyon, so don't worry that it didn't play. You did everything fine. We are back, of course, with more Rogue Trader. I had a blast with this last week. I'm very keen to play more. Just making sure that I have definitely unmuted myself. Yep. And we are actually pushing the stream, which is great. I hope everyone is doing really, really well. I have something huge coming out pretty much an hour after the stream that I can't talk about, but just keep an eye out for that on the channel. On YouTube, if you're interested. Obviously, if you're watching the VOD, this has already happened. But if you're here now, I'll keep reminding people throughout the stream. I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds. Let's make sure that's very, very important, Silvus. Yes, I have my my hooded horse Yeti in front of me. Hooded horse did actually send me a Yeti water bottle a couple of years ago, so I have that here. I also have a cup of tea because I'm that kind of person. And it's also nearly 10 p.m. for me, so streaming at this time of night, I need a little bit of caffeine to keep me going. But I'm really, really keen. I'm really, really excited. I don't want to push too hard while we wait for the stream to stop, but we may as well load the game. I have builds for all of the characters this time. Hey, Toasted, good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you today. So this time I will not be going in a bit as blind as I was with my builds. Because, for example, we need to level everybody up. So we'll start off with that for the moment. Obviously, the ship is still pretty messed up after last time. But we'll begin by leveling up Forzian, our Rogue Trader. So our next level... hey, Necrontier, I'm just going to pull up the build that I have ready for this. Do I actually have one for my character? 1 second. I know I have one for all of the other characters. Bear with me 2 seconds. What are we? We're what's our background again? Oh God, let me remind myself. We are an officer. What's our background? We're Imperial World. I think we're Imperial World origin. Yeah, no, we're Imperial World noble. I'm pretty sure. Voice of command. Bring it down. Finest hour. Lasting impression is what I should be picking now, I believe. So I want to grab... This is me going into level 5, I think, or level 4. This is me going into level 5. Okay, I'm just checking where I need to be. So I'm going to grab a ballistic skill upgrade here. I think that's what I want. And then I want to get decisive response as my skill here. And I'm going to find it in the list. Base skill, buff, breaking point, characteristics... Decisive. Am I looking at the wrong? I might be looking at the wrong one. Decisive response doesn't seem to be here. It's Imperial Fellowship Noble. That's me. Yeah. Ballistic skill. Oh no, it's you do something I want to get right now, which I've already got. So I want to get lasting impression if I don't have that. Where's lasting impression? Grenadier, it will not die. So I don't have lasting impression available. Am I looking? I feel like this might be an out-of-date build I'm looking at. This is a great start to the stream. I'm the best streamer ever. I'm so prepared. I'm so good. Hey, look, Necrontier, thanks for tuning in. You need to finish the game, fair enough. Soften down Dark Heresy. They haven't just softened down Dark Heresy. The alpha is actually out, Necrontier. It's available to play. I'm not going to pick it up because I don't like to do like that early on. Okay, let's just have a look at what I grabbed. So I've got you, sir. I've got Voice of Command. I've got Persuasion bonus. I took Bring It Down, which I think was a core one. Then we've got Finest Hour, and I took You Do Something, which is correct. And then I've got a ballistic skill up, and I should be grabbing lasting impression. But I do not see lasting impression in the list here. And I can't search, unfortunately. I think it's a support feature. So let's just check here. You do something. Literally of insulation. So this is all just weaponry stuff. Could be a buff, I guess. Arachnoid Dragnet. I do not want to use that on my character. The only L I can see is literally Liturgy of Insulation. I could be looking at the wrong support officer. No, I've definitely got the right build here. My spreadsheet is crashing because there's so much information in it. This is a great start to the build. I'm the best. I'm so good at this. I hope everyone is chill. Bring it out, finest hour, lasting impression. That's what it's telling me to grab. But I don't see lasting impression as a skill. So we will grab, what's the next one on the list? Decisive response also I do not see. I think it might be the wrong background. I'm definitely Imperial, right? Where can I check my... I can't remember what I took last time as a background. Hey, Surgeon. I am chilling. You know what it is? It's been a long day. Hey, Wooden Plank Games, how you doing? I've just forgotten how I built my character. So, Officer, I can't tell what my origin is from here. Oh, here we go. I am Imperial World. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm an Imperial World Officer, which is what I've looked up to get a really nice build out of. But the build it's telling me, so it's telling me at level 1 I should have taken Voice of Command, which I've got. Level 2 I should have taken Persuasion, which I did. At level 3 I got Bring It Down. At level 4 I got Finest Hour. And I took You Do Something when I should have apparently taken Lasting Impression. And level 5 I grab a Ballistic Skill upgrade. And I should be grabbing something called... I should be grabbing Lasting Impression, but I can't find it. So next on the list is Ready to Serve. So we'll just grab that for now. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such ability, the resolve is increased by 2 for a round. Nice and simple. We can look up that either. I don't know why that was such a hassle for me to sort out. How is everybody doing? Okay, we're going to level Abelard up now. So Abelard has Charge. He should have grabbed a Medicae here nonetheless. That's fine. He's got Endure. He's got Daring Breach. I grab Desolation on him, but what I want to grab is Thick Skin. So I'm going to grab Hardened Scars on him for now. Where is Hardened Scars? Hardened Scars gives him... Whenever the warrior is hit while under the Endure effect, the damage effect increases by 1 until the warrior's next turn. And I'm going to grab him a Weapon Skill upgrade. Cool. And then for our Psyker, let me just grab her. So she's got Analyze Enemies. She's got an Awareness upgrade. She's got Expose Weakness. She currently has Dismantling Attack, which she should have. I grabbed Continuous Analysis, but she should have actually grabbed Uncanny Sight. That's fine, though. We'll grab a Ballistic Skill upgrade for her so she can hit things. And then we're going to grab Uncanny Sight, if I can find it, which will probably be under you. Psychic Barrage, Second Sight, Subtle Manipulation. I'm probably not going to be able to find Uncanny Sight now, am I? There is no sign of Uncanny Sight. Let me just check under her. So if I can't find Uncanny Sight, I'll just grab Second Sight, which I did see, I'm pretty sure. Weak Heart, Split Light. Let's go back to the full list. This is the problem. If there was a way to search the skills, there's just so much in here. Here you go. Here's Second Sight. So the Psychic Psychic powers have a range of 2 cells or more, have their range increased by 4, which is really nice. Then we move on to Argenta, who I'm really a character I really like. So we've got Run and Gun, which is her keystone. We've got Demolition. We've got Revel and Slaughter. Firearm Mastery. I grabbed Rapid Reload last time. I should have grabbed Muzzle Velocity, but that's fine. We'll take a Ballistic Skill increase for her, and we'll grab Muzzle Velocity now, if it's here. Yeah, it is. The first hit of each range burst attack deals additional damage equal to the weapon's current rate of fire. And that's everybody leveled up. Hooray. That was a mess. Hey TRM, how you doing? The level looks so much better. Does it look better? Because I was having a nightmare at it. TRM, I was having such a bad time at it. You've had a week working from home today due to illness. Oh no. Spent all day to helping the plumbers and have no water. Oh god, Wooden Plank Games. That's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope things are feeling a little bit better. Of course, I want to enjoy the week of my... And it's your birthday as well. Well, happy birthday to you. I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. So, hey Toast. I too am Insomniac. Hey Cashmere Goat. Good to see you, Cashmere. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's have a chat with Abelard and find out what's going on.
Lord Captain.
By the way, I'm going to do silly voices for everybody, so I hope you're ready for that. Let's talk about things that might be useful to me as the rogue trader.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am
Actually,
ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Outline the situation in the Cronus Expanse for me. What do I need to know and keep in mind?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words, the Cronus Expanse is considerably removed.
I like I got into briefing voice there.
This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
Oh, I was actually supposed to go to Robbie Burns Dinner because I am actually Scottish. But it was the only one I could find was hosted by Brewdog, and I'm not a big fan of Brewdog, so I didn't end up going in the end.
Until recently, the
Yeah,
Cronus Expanse
but happy
could
Burns
hardly
Night to
have
everybody.
involved the region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much.
So we've
This place
got
operates under its own rules, you see.
a place that's really far away from Imperial law by the sounds of it.
But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Cronus Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason.
No, I only just started Kashmir.
Military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse. And in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Okay, so we're in an area of space where Imperial law really is getting a little bit disregarded. We've got Imperial Navy frigates docking next to pirate ships, warp routes that are constantly changing, and we're really cut off from the rest of the Empire. So we are really out on the edges. I'm going to end the conversation for now.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
Until next time. Cool. What we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the Cronus Expanse, and we'll do a little bit of flying around in our spaceship before we do more kind of plot stuff. Of course, you get to choose where we go and where we fly to. The only things I'm going to interfere with are if there's any actual ships, like this one here, I may decide to go and deal with the ship before we do anything else. But I think we've got what? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destinations here. I mean, Rykard Majoris, I don't think we can do anything. Scan is required. Eurac V, what does it say here? Oh, make contact with the Navis Nobilit station. So that's happening at Eurac V. There's an astropathic station we can't do anything with. Rykard Monaris has a quest. So land on Rykard Monaris, basically. There's an unidentified void ship, and there is visit the prison planet. So I'm on just over the middle difficulty. So challenging. I have completed the first act on the hardest difficulty, but I got a bit bored. So I'm just one over the basic one. Okay, where do we want to go first? Are we going to find ourselves a navigator, which is essential for us to jump into warp space? Are we going to go and land on the main city of the system, or are we going to land on the prison planet? So just so it's clear, 1 is navigator. 2 is capital city, capital planet, I guess, and 3 is prison planet. That's just a mess I put into chat. So we're gonna do a vote because I want to do votes for this. So it's start vote. No, it's vote start vote. Start 3 1. Let's do a 1 minute vote. So it's exclamation mark vote 1 or V1 for option 1, etc. No spaces. Hopefully I did that right. I did. Yeah, I did. So you got 1 minute to vote on which one you want to go to. Option 1 for a navigator. Option 2 for the capital planet. Option 3 for the story planet. Mechanically, there's only one motion. It's up to you to pick. I'm going to go 100% with what chat wants me to do. Thanks for voting, TD827H3R. There's going to be a lot of votes in this because I want you guys to control the campaign a little bit. I think it's fun to get you guys involved. All these choices, especially when we're doing stuff I didn't actually mean to fly. Oh, Lord Captain, Astropathic Choirmancer Zachary Weiss is asking to speak to you via private channel. Just while we wait for the vote to end. Greetings, your ladyship. I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships or worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium's tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from the Rykard system's astropathic station. So it looks like option 1 is going to win. Hey, Noxmototaurus. Hey, YBRN1808. Option 1 has indeed won, so we're heading for Eurac V, which is great. We're on the way there already. So Zachary Weiss has just jumped on the comms to tell us that our astropathic choir is being driven mad by just tons of screaming in space, or in psychic space, which is really, really bad. I don't think we have been introduced. On-screen bar, yes, on-screen bar chart that dynamically updates. Indeed not. We have not, and we meet under lamentable circumstances. My name is Zachary Weiss, and I am proud to be the choir master of your ship's astropathic choir. The duty I perform is to keep you in contact with the expanse via astropathic messages sent through the warp by trained psychers. We need permission from local authorities to get the navigator lore-wise. I mean, technically, but we can just go and see if there's one available, right? What is the Hey Core, how's it going? What is the nature of this scream? We do not know, your ladyship, but it has brought the immaterium to a boil. It has always been a violent, roaring ocean that could spell doom to any who would consider stepping into its waters. Now, however, it has become a cradle of madness where expelled images fuse together, twisting and cackling, before crashing into the minds of all who perceive it. A mighty warp storm, the likes of which I cannot recall, rages in the Imperium, and it fills me with terror. So for those who aren't super into Warhammer 40,000 lore, the only way that humanity has to communicate at faster than light speeds is to get psychers to beam messages to each other. And in order to get those messages to be powerful enough, they use choirs of psychers to fire psychic messages over long distances. It's also how they find their way in the warp a little bit. There's a massive choir on Earth that acts as like a lighthouse, and everyone uses that as a fixed point. What I believe is happening here, and I may be wrong because I don't know much about my modern Warhammer 40,000 lore, but this massive storm that he's talking about is, unfortunately, the vote is over, but you've already picked the option that won. The storm that he's talking about is a storm that has split the entire Empire in two and cut a huge swathe of space off from the Emperor and the main part of the Imperium, and we're on the wrong side of it. I'll say we are going to pay a visit to that station. Thank you, your ladyship. So we now have an additional quest to go to the astropathic station. It's behind chat up here. We will do that in a minute, but we're going to go to Eurac V first. The Bone Daddy, yes. Lord Captain reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nobilate continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Eurac V being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals showing the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. By the way, if you hate the voices, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm going to try and do voices because it's more fun for me. Oh, hey Pango. Sorry, I didn't say hi. How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis... I just realized this is a woman that I'm playing, so maybe we need to go for a more feminine voice. I don't know if I can do a feminine voice. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilate house requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmissions. I'm going to order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, and then you hear static and Vigdis' measured voice. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. I thought the Astronomicon was fueled by hundreds of psychers. That's right. We are able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigator's heralds ignoring us? Turn back? No one dares give me orders. Hey, Abby Remy. No, Lord Captain, of course not. We shall not invade a Nobis Nevelate station without first acquiring official approval. Or, contact the station again, I will negotiate personally, or order the crew to commence docking. I'm going to try and negotiate personally. The Vox relays the cadent sound of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader, and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. So what do? Do we board the station ourselves without getting official approval? Or do we just leave and come back later? It sounds like something bad might be happening here. I'm going to put it to another vote. Do we stay or do we go? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Just going to give it... Oh, I only put one option in the vote. I think it will default to 2, actually, even if you don't... If you don't... it's going to be exclamation mark V1, like Tachyon did, if you want to vote for 1. We are the official approval. Yeah, I've got a feeling that everyone's going to vote for 1. Let's see if it works, Core. Yes, it did work, even though I only picked one option. You can vote no if you want to. Okay. There's going to be a lot of voting at the start of the stream, I think, but there will be. Okay, we've got quite a few people saying no. No is actually winning. People want us to do this the official way. Oh, it's kind of neck and neck. This is actually a really close vote. With 7 votes so far, option 1, I think, is about to catch up. It's only saying I've got 4v3. That's another vote for no from Vox Immortalis. I think we're not going to be demoting the station. Okay then, what was the... when I go back to the last vote, what was the option that came second? It was actually a draw. Great. Because I'm not going to have another vote straight after this vote for where we go next. I think we're going to go to the Astropathic station next, and then we'll go to Rykar Minoris. Because I guess if you're voting that we need to get our official options, we need to actually go and get the official options, right? So we're going to head to the Astropathic station. Okay, we will not invade a Navis Noblet station without first acquiring official approval. Lord Captain, only the navigators are blessed with the gift of steering ships through the immaterial. Anyone else would succumb to the same nightmarish influence it projects on the crew and the vessel. Is 2 not the option? No, 1 was stay, 2 is go. Oh, you're going off the numbers in the dialogue. Oh, crap. Okay. That's my bad, everybody. I'm the worst streamer ever. If you were voting... So, if people were voting for... Well, if at least 2 people were voting for number 2, that means that option would have won. So we are going to dock. Forgive me for intruding, Lord Captain, but I feel it's my duty to remind you that the Navis Noblade are highly respected citizens of the Imperium. Humanity guides through the warp. The power and status of a highborn navigator house is akin to that of your protectorate. To aid them in your hour of need is to acquire an influential ally. Was that actually an autocorrect? The swear that you threw in, Buddenplank? That's funny. The game's actually forcing me to dock anyway, so I can't not dock. So the vote was useless. Welcome to democracy. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening on the station, so you'll have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. So we're now boarding a station. We're obviously going to take the whole party with us. Oh, no, I want to take them all with us. Yes, accept. The vote was rigged from the start. Yes. Okay, we are boarding a Navis Noblet station. This is actually really cool, because, like, navigator lore and this kind of stuff doesn't actually come up that often in your general Warhammer 40,000 stories. So it's really cool that we get to see this. I wasn't aware that it was a rigged vote. Oh dear. Something bad has happened here, I can already tell.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls.
Nothing much danger. We've literally just started.
Sealed.
We're boarding a Navis Noblet station.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
What have we walked into?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Wretches, you'll be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against House Orselio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. So they're praying to the Emperor. Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. He's claiming that they're heretics, but they're praying to the Emperor for salvation. In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels. Well, they're gonna get zapped. Oh, jeez, with a shotgun. Oh, so there's no way he didn't hit the guy standing in front of him with that shot. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. This guy's clearly a psyker. I'm gonna wait to see if he talks. He doesn't. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face. And not just his own blood. 2 jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. This game has this option, and I'm always going to pick it. Abelard, if you would be so kind. The Seneschal takes a deep breath. Before you stands her ladyship, the rogue trader Forzion von Valencius, here to the greatest protectorate in the Chronos Expanse, and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that Nobilate custom requires the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first, but given the unusual circumstances on the station, her ladyship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility. But just this once. In this case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion. But just this once. There's a dangerous glint in the man's dark, shrouded eyes. Very well. Allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this place. So you did not arrive to offer support to the traitors? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Eurac V is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path of it is only revealed to select few. It pains me to say, you are not on the guest list. Let's see. I'm going to say, provide me with a navigator and I will immediately depart the station. I'm the rogue trader. I want a navigator. I'm coming and I'm asking for one. I do not think that is possible. Eurac V is an observation station. We don't sign contracts and we do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms. And beside, you have chosen an inopportune time. Oh, thank you for the resub, Pango. Thank you very much. Thank you for the prime sub. That's awesome. Chosen an inappropriate time for negotiations. I really appreciate your support. Okay, I'm Kim and Search. What is happening on the station? Where do the corpses come from? Betrayal. Betrayal! A most banal thing in the life of the nobilate, don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Eurac V, and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. So there's a Theobald, there's a dude and a woman here. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner, greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their soul shall perish in the darkness of the void. Felix falls silent for a few moments, then furiously slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia, and are now torturing her upstairs while we idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her, or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under difficult circumstances, and yet... He takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the mistress's chamber, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanic is powered. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. That fateful time is now upon us. How am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. Yeah, there's definitely something a little bit off about this guy. How many people are betrayed by their mentors? That doesn't sound right to me. I guess that makes sense. Dude is sketchy. Those simply just executed loyal servants of the Emperor. Yes, I'm not missing that. So what have you decided? Descend into the von Vandalancius line. There's a lot of options here. Let me just have a quick look at them. I still have questions concerning the situation. The woes of the house upset the power in this part of the galaxy. I'll help you not for the sake of profit, but for the good of the Imperium. It'll be honored to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. The rogue trader's aid will cost House Orselio, but you should rejoice, for your mistress will live. I will rescue your mistress, but in return I require House Orselio to sign a contract with my protectorate. I'm a rogue trader. We do trades. Felix's reply is curt and tired. So be it. Hurry. The mistress's safety is all that matters, but should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Okay. So I've arranged for us to get paid when we're done here, which is great. We need to...
Bright, pure
I'm just checking there's
color.
nothing in here. I don't think there is.
And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you?
Of his mistress's blood. Hey, Manifest, how's it going? Abelard, bring my coffee and my blanket. We have a stream to watch. Welcome to the stream.
You set upon this abode of noble navigators. Then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
I'm just letting the party chat before I jump through. Okay, we have to do an athletics check. Good job. We're good at athletics.
Unexpected result.
Okay, so we're in the main area here. It's looking pretty messed up in here. Oh dear, that's a lot of bodies. There's a dude. Oh, there's an enemy over here. All right, let's prepare for combat, I guess. I think we can actually engage combat. If I move you here, I think I can shoot him. Not from here. He's out of range. Look.
A child was saved from death.
What are you talking about?
1,000 heretics were burning alive.
What is she talking about?
Or get left in the dust.
Oh, at the ready. The conspirators are trying to break through to the guard rooms, and there's a trap here. He's just alerted the enemies that were coming. Okay, yes. We disarmed a trap. Okay, if he's run this way, it makes me think there's going to be some enemies here. So let's flank them this way.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
More traps. Oh yeah, there's a dude there. Squad commander.
Duty prevails.
Time for some combat. And it starts. Stand firm. We must not let the miscreants defile House Orselio, not Horse Orselio. Fire at will for House Orselio. Hey, Abelard, how's it going? Another good 40k stream day, yes. Okay, let's put our characters into this. Oh, yes, okay. There's all these tutorials jumping up. So, I'm going to put Abelard as far forward as I can so we can start stabbing people. We're going to put Idra in cover back here. We're going to put Argenta. I want her to move into cover to do some shooting. And I'm going to put me in cover here. I think that's probably the best start we're going to get. Let's begin the fight. They're going to get some turns first. So, do I want to put Abelard into cover somewhere? I'll put him in cover here just so he doesn't get shot to pieces. I should also put Argenta into cover so she doesn't get shot to pieces. So let's put Idra here and Argenta here. Alright, let's go.
Stay vigilant.
They've all got las guns, so I'm not particularly scared. Ow. Okay.
Weather the storm.
Oh, he just killed... I think that was some friend... Yeah, he just incinerated one of his teammates with his las gun. Which was a great start to the fight. Alright, I'm up first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick Abelard as my servant.
Who, if not me?
You serve me. And then I'm going to give him voice of command.
It's as good as done.
And then I'm going to try... I'm actually going to order bring it down on Argenta to give her an extra action right now. And I'm going to open fire on this guy here.
As the Emperor
And he got killed. He dead. Alright, and then just to finish your turn off... I'm going to use Fierce Recital, which just gives us momentum for free. Okay, and that is the end of her free turn. And I still get an action, so I'm going to shoot a boy.
Make it happen.
And I actually hit, which is stunning for my character. It's happened way too often in the game, yeah. Idra's up next. So what we're going to do is we're going to exploit the squad commander.
No can do.
Oh, sorry. We're going to give Abelard a dodge bonus. So, forewarning is a psychic ability that increases the target's dodge and parry by 10%. Then I'm going to analyze enemies on the squad commander. And then we're going to finish off by psychic screaming at this guy to kill him.
But of course, what an unfortunate turn of fate.
And he's down. Oh, there's some more guys down here. I should have actually checked how many people were in the battle before I started.
Weapon at the ready.
And this is the only guy I'm slightly concerned about.
My faith strengthens me.
Well, that's a Medicaid.
Glory of the Imperium.
Unfortunately, Abelard's probably not going to get to them this turn. Okay, Argenta's up next. I'm going to move her to here.
rejoice in battle.
And then we're going to open up with a burst fire. Just basically at everybody in this direction.
Faith without
That's one death. That's another hit. So she's got 2 kills already. I could fire again. I think I'm going to. We'll use run and gun. That gets her another shooting phase. And we'll shoot again.
I'll do it.
With penalties to hit.
Prayer.
That's 3 kills for Argenta already in this fight. Now Abelard is up. What we can do is we can move him to here.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
And then we'll use charge to get him into melee range with this guy.
Grey hair, sure hair.
And then we'll stab him with our chainsword.
Reduced to dust.
And he's now dead. And what we'll do is we will brace for impact. And we will endure because this is probably going to be the only turn of this combat.
Victory is imminent.
Alright, end of his turn. Also, these guys do not look particularly corrupt to me. Just saying. They've got the same uniforms as the ones that were executed when we arrived. Don't kill any of your teammates this time either. Yes, isn't that annoying, Core? It's also not a very good bolt gun, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to first of all, I'm going to voice of command Argenta to give her some buffs. Then I'm going to try and give Abelard... No, he's not in range, damn. We'll give our... there's no one to really buff right now, so I will just take a shot. I don't even have range, I don't think. I have shots down here. I don't have range on any of these people, so I'm just going to end my turn. Okay, Idra has high momentum. They're out of range. If I move her here, I might be able to get a chain lightning on them. What I will do is I'll give my character a dodge bonus.
Was that you?
And then I'm going to try... Yes, I'm going to chain lightning this guy, which should chain to this guy. Nice. Psychic powers are cool. Get warped. And then I don't think... I can actually... I can't exploit anybody. Alright, Argenta's up. She doesn't have a lot of movement this turn. And there's no one really for her to shoot at because she hasn't got range, which is annoying. So I'm just going to move her up. Apparently she does have range when she gets to here. We will fire a burst because that's what we do. That's what she does. She is the burst queen. Oh, nice. Okay, the bolter is pretty cool, even if it does have a terrible magazine.
I act.
And that's her turn over. And then Abelard can try and take this last person out. But they're hiding really well. So we'll just move up as close as we can.
Tactics are the best ones.
And I don't think I can charge. Oh, I can charge. And now I can stab her.
I will do like you one fewer time.
Oh, her head went flying all the way down there. And that's the end of the combat. Nice work, team. God, Emperor of Mankind, shining light, guided me to your stream. Praise be his name in holy prayer. Thanks, Yolantio. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, let's see what we can loot off these guys. Las guns, stub revolvers, and flak chestplate. Flak chestplate has 20% armor, but a dodge penalty. I think I'm going to stick with the armored body glove. Argenta has a mesh chestplate. You haven't missed much. We've just arrived on the navigator station to find out if there's been some sort of betrayal, and we're working out what that is. Catching life rewards. Enjoy the VOD from last week after the fact. What time is it around my part of the world? It is nearly 10:30 at night. Anarchy TV. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't think we need this flak chestplate, so we'll just put that all in our cargo. There's also some goods here. There is an intercepted conversation between security officers. Tremendous honor. Yes, but this promotion will transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. The child. By the God Emperor. Well, you're a strapping lad. You'll probably make it for a cycle or 3. It has worn down better men than me. What even is the point if your brains turn into mush? I may rip out my eyes like Amos did. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little shit stain that kept stealing our low. Oh, what happened to that one? Threw himself out of a depressurized chamber because some voices told him to. Calm down. Keeper Felix said the squad will not have to serve the child for long. He even gave us a little leeway. 7:32 a.m. Must be Australian. Yeah, Australia. Hey, Mishaps, how's it going? So Keeper Felix, this is in basically implicating Keeper Felix in something. Unlike that fish, be quiet. He might hear you. Well, you know what I mean. He almost busted our heads because someone forgot to check the catering unit. 6:30 a.m. here. Yikes. Yeah, you are. I know. I hate that my times are so awkward. We haven't let in a single outsider in over 10 years, but Keeper Theobald keeps finding things to fret over. Imagine the shrieking if he finds out Keeper Felix didn't make us inspect the hangar after Lord Winterskull's most recent visit. Throne forbid. I try to steer clear of the squabbles among the Highborn. Some of Keeper Felix's orders, and then I can't read whatever comes after that. But that's actually implicating Keeper Felix in something. And that Keeper Theobald is a little bit more of a good person. Okay, not a good person, but very attentive. We're just going to finish looting all these bodies. It doesn't look like they've got anything useful. Okay, there's something up here we can examine with Lore Imperium.
Just as I planned.
A statue of the famous Calixian sculptor and chronicler Zacharias Vernon, the Magnificent. Okay, not that useful. There's some goods here we can steal. That is a data crypt H40K0. That sounds useful. We will grab that. We will not put that in the bin.
I always keep my options open.
All you've missed, Mishaps and Anarchy, is we've arrived at the Navis Nobilet station, which is where the navigators live, and we found that there's some kind of mutiny going on. That's all that's really happened. Pontius Cepheus Galaxius on the training of worthy servants. Okay, we're not going to read this. It's about being a worthy servant. That's awesome. Good for them. I'm not going to open any doors yet. I want to finish exploring this room. Anything down here? Anything over here? There's more goods. There's something to examine with a Medicae scan. So we've walked into this place. We got told that the mistress has been taken hostage by a
Success is the only
most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts open. That's disgusting. There's a mutiny, and we're here to stop it now. And if we stop it, we've bargained to get ourselves a navigator. So that's why we're getting involved. And they
the key to success.
Meteorite chunk. That sounds useful. We'll put that in our inventory. A Ripper auto pistol. So we're using a stub revolver, which does way more damage. This and way more armor penetration, but this is a rate of fire of 8, with slightly less maximum range. Which means you can really go burp with it. I think we're going to use the Ripper auto pistol. I do really like the idea of our character actually using a revolver, but we may give the Ripper auto pistol to someone else. If we have a quick look, you've got the bolt gun. He has a stub revolver. Let's give him the Ripper auto pistol. I'm also going to give him some grenades as well. I'm going to give Argenta a grenade. I'm going to give everyone a grenade. Damn, so we're 10 hours apart, just after 12:30. Oh, so really enjoying Xenonauts. Yes. There's a reason there hasn't been another Xenonauts this week, and you'll find out after this stream. That's all I can say. What's this? Mutated flesh sample. That also sounds important. Okay, is there anything else to grab up here? No. So there's 2 ways we can go, I think. We can go through this door, or we can go through this side door. This door looks really important. Let's go through the side door first. Oh, a trap.
See that?
Good job we have the Sister of Battle who's good at disarming traps.
The Emperor favors me today.
Oh, there's some stuff to loot here. A Navigator flesh sample. Okay.
Always keep your eye
Man,
on
the last
the
it was very brutal, yes.
Continues to mourn Lady Theodora. I fear it may affect the performance of their duties in service of the Lord.
Okay, we've got a door here. We've got another door
In
here.
his service will
And we-
they find strength and
And we've got a thing to clear with athletics. We'll do that first. They're both the heroes.
Barely a challenge.
And there's a body under it. There's a Mars pattern sword. This isn't a chain sword, it's an actual sword. It is actually an upgrade on the sword that we are using. Very slightly. Actually, it's quite a big upgrade on the sword we are using. There's also some noble silk gloves, which give +5 bonus to persuasion. I'm going to wear those because I'm the persuade person. I enjoy the anticipation in the meantime. Yes, be full of anticipation for what's coming. And I'm also going to upgrade my sword to a cooler sword. Who's got the next highest tech skill? So my tech use is 35, 30, 30, 30. Okay, everyone is 30. I'm just going to give them to Argenta for now, just so it's someone who's wearing them. We'll get someone who's good at tech use later who can use them.
Let us not
Let's open this door.
Over there.
There's a trap. Abelard's a chainsword person, so I think his chainsword is better. But that's a very good point actually.
Time with pleasantries.
Let me just quickly unequip this. So Abelard's current sword is a chainsword. The chainsword does less damage. Okay, yes, it is an upgrade for him. I think he may have some special skills with chainswords, but I don't think it really matters at this point in the game.
I always have a backup plan.
Oh, I want to select the whole party. So this trap has a wire coming out of it, which is telling me I need to go into the other room first. I love my boss hands me their used gloves with their hands because they found fancier gloves on a corpse and didn't find it. Which, yes, of course. We're going to try a tech use to open this door first.
I always get the job
Nice.
done.
We're actually a little bit low on tech use as a party. We need a better party member to fix that. Okay, now we can disarm the trap. Second the motion for Xenonaut stream. Oh wow. Oh, he needs it into live episode. Roshi looks so good. I was wondering if I should play. Now I'm convinced I have to. It's very long. That's all I'll say. It is extremely long. Ooh, stuff to sell. Cool. We want trade goods. Oh, there's a guard in here. Let's talk to them. Oh, cutscene. Did you hear the screams? Move! Sir, are you alright? We can't hear anything. It does have DLCs, yes. Now I see. You are in league with them. Is this an insurrection? Yes, indeed. Death to traitors! We have to get their mistresses use gloves. Oh, Cor. Sir, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself! God, this is the most accurate guardsman ever. I know you're all traitors. Traitors of you. All of you. They told me. They whispered. Hey, who are you? I love how we just stood there and watched him do that. Oh, he's shooting at us. Oh, and then he just died. He died of shame. Like that guy in that Xenonaut short I did a long time ago. Okay, there's weird stuff going on here. People are losing their minds. This is another one of those drives. This one is marked H41 OK. And on this guy, we've got a auto pistol. These bodies don't have anything. There's some goods over here, though. What's in here? There is research notes of Navis Laboratorum Custodian Fortuna. There's a lot of text in here, but it's basically talking about navigators being resistant to the warp. Adamantine dust and black water was a terrible idea, but they put it on data crypt K040H. Okay, I've got a feeling might need to refer to these to solve a puzzle. So I have to watch out for that. Let's do some tech use to try to open this door.
That's how it's done.
Nice work.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, we've got some stuff in here. There's more trade goods. There is a long lance, which is a sniper rifle. There's also carapace chestplate. Carapace chestplate might be useful. There's also some fire grenades. I will take the long las as well. The only person I can think of who might want the carapace chestplate is Argenta. She's currently wearing a mesh chestplate. This is actually not as good. Oh, the carapace has no dodge penalty. This might be very good for me. Yes, this is an upgrade for me. I'm wearing a carapace chestplate. Is the body glove an upgrade? No, she's already wearing a body glove. Tech use.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Corpse starch. Wide awake pack. Supercharged plasma accumulator. And some consecrated scrolls. Vat meal cakes. Maglock scabbards. And filtration plugs. I like that everything has a name, which is quite cool. Okay, what else have we got? There's 2 more doors to open.
Always keep my options open.
Oh, we got some people in here. Can we speak to them? They're just screaming. Where's the child? Is she safe? Oh. I can't even speak to this person. Uva has his tongue cut off, just like the rest of the servants for House Orsilio. Oh. We are done for. They kill us all. Okay. And there's something growing. For some reason, the archenemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station. So there's a growth on the wall here. This is not a good sign. We have a computer. What I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to take the tech use gloves off Argenta. I'm going to put the tech use gloves back on me because we're going to do some hacking by the looks of it. So let's make sure that I'm the one doing this. The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. I shall awaken the cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans and lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator systems. So the lumens is a light source. I'm going to request data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the data appears on the main screen. Felic Orsilio, location main hall, status alive. Theobald Orsilio, location upper chamber, status alive. Colomira, deceased. Alexis, deceased. Rasmus, deceased. So we're only tracking 2 living navigators, Felic and Theobald. And then Colimo, Alexis, and Rasmus have all died. No mention of the mistress. The child. Location upper chambers. Biometric parameters. Rapid heartbeat. Elevated body temperature. Stress level exceeds the permissible limit. Status unknown error. Attention. Calming procedures advised. Attention. Upper chambers inaccessible. Error. The control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact the station keeper or the Navis Laboratorum custodian. Let's examine the log. The archive data for the archive data stored in the cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you can still manage to access residual logs for examination. View Vox Report 12AH890. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear your voice. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated in lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and the recording abruptly ends. Mishap says, "Oh dear, methinks the child is both psychic and stressed out." Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winterscale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it was ever even sent in the first place. Our rescue team is not coming. We are on our own. Remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor. You hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. Yep, salty. The following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out even a single word. Examine the recent entries of the incident log. Report X880. The servants close to the child have started to butchering one another again. An order came from above to have the remains reprocessed. Report 886. The negotiations with the Winterscales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Report 891. Data expunged. Examine the station's docking log. The log is almost completely corrupted, but you recover the latest entry. Identity confirmed. Regent Arento Orsilio. Data visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Data departure classified. Examine the security and life support logs. The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life, and a singular repeating message streams down. Warning! Damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning! Living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning! Unable to access the station's docking systems. Warning! Any regulation system, unknown error. The station will transfer to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning! View the encrypted data. Required access level, security captain or above. Current access level, senior security officer. I can attempt to hack it. I'm not a very good hacker, but I'm the best hacker on the team. 68%. What's the bet? I fail. I succeeded. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine. The cogitator's overloaded processors whir unhappily. I'm glad a tech priest didn't see me do that. That would have been heresy. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the Purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness now flit across the screen in a single creeping line. Child, delete, picked flow, disable access code, annul station controls, delete, activate, shuttle self-destruct, purge command log. Oh dear. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving report from the guard captain, mentioning the security system has been reconfigured without his knowledge. Only the keepers of the station have access to life support systems, but Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, and neither had I. Could it be that? Okay, so there's the smoking gun. Keeper Theobald has not left the child's side, even though he's apparently kidnapped her, but Keeper Felek, who's downstairs, has access to life support systems. This feels like the previous user wants to delete PDF files from his PC. Yes, Kibella, it does. Let's see if we can call Riker Minoris for help. The system cannot carry out a command. Let's switch to main chamber controls. Let's open all doors on the level. The Codger's viscera goes dark as if the main spirit has fled the mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect as it fills with static a few moments later. You can barely make out an inscription amongst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing, error. 0100 is required. Okay, so this ends with 110, 1110. Okay, they all end with, oh no, this was, so 110011. A lot of them end with 110. I think it has to be this one. You push a few buttons, but the system rebels. Okay. Wait, do not move. Even if we did, can they technically do anything to monitor? I must have read the wrong one. It was 110110 at the end. Tech priest here, let me decipher. No! Oh, you want to actually translate the binary into ASCII. I picked the wrong one anyway. So I thought it ended... Oh, that is wrong, because that's 111. It's not 111, it's 11. It was 1101100, wasn't it? I don't have time on stream to translate the binary, though. That's the problem. Although, I could probably... copy-paste the binary into the web, lol. Maybe I'm pattern matching when I should actually be translating. Let me quickly try something. I'm just going to try an idea. I'm going to see if I can just translate the image. Can you translate this into ASCII? Not that I like using LLMs, but this seems like the perfect use for one. Chat paused. Claude's safety filters flagged this chat. So I can't use I haven't used Claude or ChatGPT in ages, it closed the chat for being potentially spelled wrong. All right, I think it might be this one. According to the report, this door has already opened. According to the door, this door has already been opened. The protocol has been executed. The passage has been opened. Door has already been opened. Oh, something just happened. Ah. I think I did the right thing. Maybe. I think I've opened the important door. Yes, we opened the door. Cool. I mean, you could just Google rogue trader binary or something. I'm sure that could. It's all blank, is it? And that click. Okay. Main elevator controls. Activate the elevator. Processing ring. Okay, cool. We've turned the elevator on and we've opened the door. Let's end dialogue and get out of here.
Always.
I'm wondering if that would open these doors as well, the ones that I had to tech use to get through. Oh, before we forget, we need to take off our tech use gloves and put on our talking gloves. That's very important. Yeah, this door was closed before, and now it's opened. Warp Seer's goggles grants +4 lore warp. I'm pretty sure you have the highest warp lore skill in the party.
Yes.
Idra. I want to go into your character sheet, please. Lore warp is 35, plus 5, 30, 30, minus... Yes, you are my best warp person. Put on the weird goggles. There's 7 buttons and no reason to... I was worried something bad would happen. Okay, let's find out what else is going on here. Oh, heresy has found its way to the walls of the Steam House. It is a black day for the Nabis Nobilite. So, this is not a good sign. Things are getting wibbly and psychic. We don't like wibbly psychic times. Oh, a weird lab. With lots of stuff in it. What have we got? Okay, we've got biogel. We've got black water. And we've got unidentified acid. We've got a flesh sample. We have a psi crystal. I don't know what any of these things are for. There's also another data crypt. That's the 3rd data crypt we found. Oh, it's the princess, my waifu. What? Then Medicae 70.
I'll learn from this.
Someone disrupted this experiment in the most brutal fashion. So possible determine what was inside. So we failed that Medicae check. Something over here. The cost extensive reagent steers your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory. Let's open this door. There's like a weird specimen room down here. It sounds like they were trying to make normal humans resistant to the warp so that they could be the child servants for longer. Okay, we've got another report. So this one is H41 OK. The data malfunction of the course of research. Crystals from winter scale. Finally grinding the reagent to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under circumstances. Trust me. Okay. Got Steam achievements for Deep Rock Galactic. Nice, Tachyon. Good work. Oh, there's someone here. Lady Cassia's Medicae. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. Okay, that's very handy. We've got some adamantium. Not going to spoil, though. Okay. There's a transducer. We can remake the controller. There's a tissue flag, a data catalyst. Have I got all the parts? I've got 3 hard drives. I've got 3 materials. I've got 3 biogels. And I've got 3 samples. Cool. I've got all the parts to do the thing. So there's a mini game here. Basically, we can use this machine to make items using these components. Basically, you have to decipher these research notes to do it. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I've done it in the past. So give me 2 seconds to pull it up. Navis Nobilit puzzle solution. I'm just going to quickly blast through this. Yeah, cool. All right, so it's really quite straightforward what you do. So the items you get aren't that powerful, but what we want to do is we want to, in the transducer, we want to put a psi crystal for the first one.
This is intriguing.
And then in the tissue flask, we want to put the mutated flesh sample, which we shouldn't be holding because it's heretical. And then we want to put the data crypt connector is H41 OK. This one. And then for the catalyst, we want biogel. And then the transducer should have given us psi crystal dust, which we put into the reagent flask. And then we now activate the device.
What a peculiar thing.
And it gives us a shimmering emulsion. The user permanently gains +1 psi rating and 30% increased chance to trigger perils of the warp. So we'll just put that in our inventory for now. The next one is we need to put adamantium in the transducer. And then we need to put... and then we'll grab the crushed adamantium out of it. Then in the tissue flask, we put in a flesh sample. In the data crypt connector, we put O4OH. This is the actual, the actual correct experiment, I believe. We put the unidentified acid in the catalyst flask. And we put the adamantium dust in the reagent flask, like this. And then we activate the machine. And we get...
Well, what do we have here?
Viscous solution. The user permanently gains +1 to deflection, but -10 to agility. These are not like all blessings, to be completely honest to you. And then there's one more we can do, but it should be pretty obvious because it's everything else we're carrying. So we put the meteorite sample in the transducer. Nothing could possibly go wrong with injecting the funny magic drugs. Yeah. Why not solve the info? Because I wanted to go pretty fast, Core. I'm sorry. Okay. Next puzzle I will not use a guide for. We'll do it properly. But it's just I didn't want to spend ages doing this is the whole reason, okay? I apologize for cheating through it. At least the last one you've got to give to me because that's all we've got left, right? I can't even remember what we get for this one. It might actually break the machine. This is going to, oh, yes, it does indeed break the machine because that's the one it told us not to use. So basically, this one tells us how to make the first thing, and this one tells us what not to do, basically. And that's how you can infer it. Anyway, let's remake the control rod. That took 10 minutes, but we can now get all the way back to here, which we'll do very quickly. And we can head upstairs. Enjoy your lunch, Idir. Thank you for dropping by. The binary was in different rooms, like whole library compartments. Thank you, Pangoil. Alright, I will be less quick to do puzzles next time. How's about that? Alright, oh, there's a body here. We can examine it. The corpses are mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain, and the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. That sounds horrific. There's also a body over here that we can search. They have a multi-key, which is very useful, and they have crystallized darkness, which is a heretic trophy, multi-force conductors, and rare cloth dyes. This will go nice with Idra if you get the upgrade that's to apply her perils to someone else. Oh, cool. I didn't know that was the thing she could do. Alright, let's talk to Felix. You dealt with a threat and powered the elevator? Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Hey, Winterwolf. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. Idra suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling, "The crossroads!" I can't do her accent, unfortunately. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy. They fall at the slightest touch. One hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Tell me more. What paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Who is who? Do you see behind the masks? My whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak, the naughty little things. They say that tearing off the masks is your concern. Thank you. Everything is clear now. Adrian nods tiredly and glances at Felix at the corner of her eye. So I think we're fairly sure that Felix is the betrayer here, right? We've got the evidence that he deactivated life support, and we're pretty sure he executed actual emperor worshipping devotees and not heretics. This station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. I'm going to keep the key. I have many questions regarding what happened on the station. You think they are worth the life of my mistress? The madmen I fought were convinced that we were the traitors. That is why they are insane. Will you really heed the rumblings of retainers who dare to raise their hand against the signs of a bloodline? The servants don't cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. Did you really think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half of my guards butchered one another because they suspected treason. As for the real culprit, the coup was staged by those closest to the mistress. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems. Too many things required special access. Access available only to the keeper of the station. Now, if I pick this option, I'm probably about to get into a fight with this guy, and he has a lot of guards. Do I want to pick this option? Or do I want to maybe try and use him? Let's just ask him. As I'm sure you're aware, there are two keepers on the station. The biggest sin you commit in this stream is not using guide to solve a puzzle, but attempt use of abominable intelligence. That's correct, laying down too. Glorious combat. As I'm sure you're aware, there are two keepers on the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald and Sayo, the mental man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power, but also the one to blame for the woes of the Bohon, Eurac V, and our noble line. I saw the security captain's report. Only the keepers have access to station systems, but Theobald stayed at his side the entire time and could not have initiated self-destruct protocols. Which means he did it before the report was filed, or maybe after, or... Felix stern-faced was disgust. You dare suspect me of what happened? The one who's going to get out of this way to preserve what little there's still left? By the God Emperor, you'll keep these slanderous accusations to yourself. How dare you? I listened to a recording of a private conversation with the security officers. You were very lenient towards them, purposefully neglecting the security protocols. I was lenient, that is true. And I paid a steep price for it. Just look at the destruction around us. The insurgents have left nothing in my home. Enough lies, Felix. I am certain you're the one behind this coup. Felt it nods really. I suppose it is time to remove my mask. Congratulations, you've got me. But did you really expect me to be sincere this entire time? To welcome me with open arms an ally of Tisiphone and her monster? You, the accursed child who has tormented the navigators of House of Silo for years? Don't make me laugh. You arrived to help her completely destroy her house, and I cannot help. Who the hell is Tisiphone? What are you babbling about? I know nothing of this Tisiphone or any monsters of any kind. You do not? In that case, accept my sincere apology for the deception and my earlier behavior. I had no intention of making an enemy of von Valancius here, nor of destroying the station that has served my home for many years. They left me no choice. You can't even imagine what monsters lurks in the upper chambers. An evil, a plague, a pestilence on our bloodline that seeks to destroy Horus Ausilio from within. And Theobald and his followers, just mindless fanatics serving this evil. Lady Cassia is a scion of a merciless tyrant, but it is not her relation to Tisiphone that is terrifying. She is a monster whose powers drive servants insane in mere turns. A cursed child who can kill a navigator from the Ausilio bloodline with just a look. I alone managed to get close enough to her over the years. She lowered her guard and trusted me, and at long last I rid my house of the curse. This is the truth. All navigators are abominable mutants and monsters, so what? I must have been terrible to live on a monster's yoke for so many years. I'll destroy it. If this monster's death will convince you to find the station, I will kill her. If your cursed child agrees to become my navigator, I'll gladly rid this burden. Yeah, let's take the cursed child. She sounds super powerful. You don't understand this is... He stops mid-sentence. You are correct, this may work. It is certainly possible. You're going to need this charm. Fennec hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch no matter how long you hold it in your hand. If you manage to press it against the monster's skin, whether by force or by guile, the baleful influence of her powers will recede. You'll be able to take her and leave the station. A rough, precious stone lacking a setting, it is always close to the touch. Alright, looks like we're going to try and capture a navigator. Tisiphone is the ancient Greek fury that deals with murder. Cool.
Rise to the top. Or
let's see what we're going to deal with.
dust.
Oh dear, this doesn't look good to start with. Oh, thank you, Tehran. The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet-misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. When your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. As the otherworldly creature gaze slides over you, your entire core shudders in terror. Flashes of post-war nightmares re-emerge from the shadows of your memories and paralyze your will. You survived a brush, so that's a warp phenomenon for when we jump. I've never actually seen Felix survive that room. Oh, really? First place Pokemon, let's catch a navigator. You have to catch them all. Yes, we want all the navigators. You gasp for air in terror, drowning under a crashing wave of pain. You cannot catch your breath. Hot tears burn on your cheeks. Why is this happening? Why is it happening to you? Why do you feel so lonely and in so much pain? Do these feelings even belong to you? Idra emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, ow, ow! As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head, and her white hair veils her face. What vile creatures are trying to get rid the world of this heresy? Persuasion 100%. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. Or coercion. I'm gonna try the old persuasion, right? I'm a persuasion person. Oh, she stood up. Persuasion test succeeded. She really shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound, similar with a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And who are you? I'm gonna introduce myself. Forzian von Valancius, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Anise settles upon her features, nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, Forzian. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. I love how she's still psychically ruining everybody around her while we're chatting. What is this? I feel faint. Oh, she walks down. Theobald Ausilio. The heavy-set old man, who's been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs. His eyes swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has been ripped away from him. The child! Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserve! Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You! The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet sweat assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying hulk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you. One move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one is so deranged it's making the whisper shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. I will persuade him again. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening. No, I'm going to coerce him. I mean you no harm. I came to seek the navigator's aid. Commerce test. Oh, it was a commerce test. I thought it was a different type of test. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come covering the riches of Eurac station, or like scoundrels and FedEx servants. So who are you? Abelard, introduce us. Her ladyship, rogue trader Frosian von Valencius, here to the greatest protectorate of the Cronus Expanse, and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade, extends her greetings. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. And so House Orsilio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of the house today. You decide. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orselio. Cool. So her psychic powers are so powerful, she just pushes her emotions on everybody around her. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft. Want to know what happened between you and Felic? Felic is my wayward student. He came to Eurac V as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. Rimworld psychic emanators, yes she does. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novitors. A patriarch or matriarch, okay. Tisiphone Orselio, who led the house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and take up the novator's throne. Yes, and meanwhile this 20-something lady apparently doesn't get to have free will. Potentially the best officer commissar. Who's that, Sujin? So choose whose side you're on. A murderous traitor or the lawful side of a noble house. I think I want to side with Theobald because I want to take her away. I don't really want to attack this guy, so I'm going to say that Felig is a true monster. Let's do away with him together. Theobald tips his head in favor of the proposition. Allies are always welcome, even temporary ones. I will revive the child. Do not be alarmed. The power of House Orsilio's heir will help us destroy our enemies and shield us from Felic's navigator forces. But you, rest for a time before the battle. Cool. I think we did a thing. Okay, there's a lot of people here. This would have been a really big fight. She can guard the whole regiment of guards around her. Oh, yeah. What's in this cage? Well, no one appears to be living in the cage. Somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. It is as if the painting was rendered by several different hands. The timid and certain lines are interlaced with rough and fierce strokes, coming together in arcane shapes. While this may be an alliance of convenience, we shall follow you. This guy seems to want to keep her. He's not going to get to keep her. I can kill him afterwards.
Keep my options
oh yeah, the best character in the game. Lots of people seem to like Cassia. Ancient Rosarius pieces, collection of autoquills, collection of blasphemous litanies, and a solemn reliquary. I love the random goods you find. Okay, what's this here? The luxurious feast was left untouched. Oh, there's some food there. Alright, so what happens if I activate the elevator? Oh, it's about time we repay those who betrayed our house. Come. Oh crap, we're going... What is happening? Oh, rogue traitor. You treasonous worm. I knew I should have killed you. I just taking what I want best. That is enough, boy. You betrayed this child, our house, and Tisiphone herself. Surrender. We're about to have a psychic fight. This is going to be insane. I am the savior of our house, and I'm prepared to pay the ultimate price. Kill them. Second best girl. You now got the reason why. Gotcha. I do have the DLC characters as well, so I don't know how the other... How Death Goth Girlfriend fits in there. Wait, there's a way of getting there before killing him first. Oh. I guess this is how it's going to go down. And apparently I get to place myself and nobody else for this fight. So, oh no, I do. We'll put Abelard here. We will put Idra back here. And where's best girl? Where's Argenta? Oh, she's all the way back here. I want Argenta. Okay, let's put her here so she can just spray all of these guys. Felix have gotten this place, by the way. The long range you get in the station, one of the best weapons of Act 1 and Act 2. Really? I don't know if I have anywhere. It's not going to be that insane. Okay, what's he going to do? What psychic powers is he going to use? Well, he shot a guy. That's a psychic power, I suppose. Visions of Triumph. Soul Gaze. Alright, Argenta, show them what you mean business. Actually, I'm going to get you to move to here.
Guided by faith.
His psychic power is gun. I cast gun. It's a great wizard power.
I'll do it.
I do like big guns. We'll do this, and then we'll run and gun, and we'll fire again. It's the only psychic power you can trust.
I'll do it.
That's 2 kills for Argenta. That's not bad for her first turn. Idra next. We will put a dodge on Abelard. It's a great set. Oh, we got a Peril of the Warp hit straight away. We've knocked Lord Cassia's Medicae out by accident. I will. I can't do it to him. Let's just get this bodyguard, and then we're going to psychic scream at him. Well, there's heavy bolters in this game, Mishap, so hopefully the heavy bolter sounds even better. All the people I knocked over are getting up. This is a very confusing fight. Oh, Idra's been flanked with a guy with a shotgun. Oh, but he doesn't shoot at her. I cast 9mm of lead. This person lying on the floor just dodged an attack, which I'm very impressed about. Alright, let's charge the Theobald and stab him. And then we're going to stab him again. Ooh, big damage from Abelard. Then we're going to brace for impact. And we're going to endure. Oh, because of all the psychics, be careful for warp tearing. Yes, we've already had a warp tear. And I do not want to fight any demons that randomly appear in this fight. Thank you very much. He just dodged a shotgun. That's incredibly impressive. Alright, we're going to make Abelard our servant for the turn. Actually, I should do this the other way around. No, it's this first, isn't it? Yes, we always want to do that first. Okay.
If not me.
Boost all of his stats. If you check him out now, his stats are all insane. Look, his toughness has gone up to 75 and his weapon skill is at 65. If I now use Bring It Down on him,
It's as good as done.
I'm pretty sure his stats get even higher. No, his stats don't get higher from Bring It Down, but still, that's a lot of stats.
Indeed.
Oh, massive crit. And we got high momentum now. We can also endure again, but we're not going to. Alright, I'm going to shoot this guy. And that'll be my turn. I should have used my high momentum. Ooh, that guy got smushed. To get an extra turn, actually.
Step aside.
Oh.
The navigator is coming.
Okay, she just opened her eye, which in canon is basically kills everybody.
Weapon at the ready.
That's a cone area of effect psychic ability. That seems insane.
Strengthens me.
Good work, Guard Commander. And you gave someone a buff. Nice. Oh, they healed Idra. What have you got, Theobald? What have you got for me? Oh, you just melted his soul, okay. Crusader Grendel would like to have a word with a guy who dodged a shotgun blast. How did you do that? Let's move up as close as possible.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Great shooting. That was awesome. I'm going to reload your gun.
Emperor commands, I act.
Idra is next. The only remaining enemy, I believe, is this guy. So we're just gonna move as close to him as we can and try and soul scream him if we can. I think her lightning has more range if the soul scream isn't in range. But the soul scream is more single target damage, I believe. What we'll do first, though, is we'll analyze him.
On it.
And then we'll exploit weakness. And we'll see if the psychic stream can actually kill him.
Will do.
Oh, almost. I'm sure at the same time, you can figure out yourself. Back by my plate, Liz Stair was incredibly powerful. It does look pretty powerful, yes. Can you finish this guy first, the defender? No, you cannot. Great shooting. Oh, there's a bodyguard back over here as well. I don't know who you're shooting at there. Oh, I got shot. Abelard, could you deal with the person who shot me, please? That's very rude of them.
A tactically sound approach.
Hit them with your sword. Very hard.
I will do my...
And now, I don't think you can charge, unfortunately, far enough to get to him. What's this again? Where music stores all AP and being against +5 movement points at a turn. Let's see if you can daring breach over to this guy. Because you can run to here. And then you can charge him.
That's not the
Oh, he's too close. No. Oh well, open up with your Daka gun at point blank range then. Decided to upgrade my stare to an emoji. It didn't do it for me. That's all I can do.
Stay vigilant.
Thank you for healing, I guess. Oh, this guy's still alive. I thought he was dead. Oh, he dodged another shotgun blast. I mean, he is a psyker. We've got to give him that. All right, I'm gonna give you an extra action. Oh, you're out of range. Okay, let's move to here.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
And then we will voice a command. We'll give you an extra action. I was gonna get you to burst fire this guy. That's alright. These things miss. That's okay. Then my turn. I don't think I can shoot him, but I think I can shoot this guy.
I'll see to it, personally.
Missed. Alright. What have you got, Cassia? This doesn't look like Phantom Brigade. Wait, is it still... Oh, Twitch is still showing Phantom Brigade. I forgot to change the game. Worst streamer ever. Thank you, Exo Warlock. Give me 1 second, everybody. I need to update the Twitch game. Twitch will be very confused about what I'm streaming. I told you, I'm the worst streamer that's ever existed. Give me 2 seconds to just change the game to Warhammer. Or if I just do Rogue Trader. Not Roguey Trader, just Rogue Trader. There, done. It still says, oh, I need to actually change it from Phantom Brigade as well. Rogue Trader stream. Done. Okay, that's fixed. Sorry about that. I'm just terrible at doing all my stuff. All right, we've got this guy still alive. We've got this guy got murder burned. Let's just Psychic Scream at him. Oh, I used lightning instead. Whoops. Oh well. Psychics make mistakes. If you're enjoying the Not Phantom Brigade stream, remember to give the video a like. Yes.
Follow my lead.
What did she do? By the way, I missed this. Why is everything on fire here? I think our general fit nicely, Josie Nuts team. The shooting is on par. Come on, Theobald. Just melt this guy's brain, please. Okay, or buff people. Ah, then you melted his brain. Alright, okay. That fight is over. Oh, is Theobald now dying? Theobald coughs up bluish blood. The armored plate of his chest is perforated in a few places. There's a tangle of metal and viscera.
This is your burden, child.
Oh, she threw a grenade. That's another really good psychic power, grenade.
Your destiny demands.
So the other two navigators both died in this fight.
No! Don't leave me alone in this violet brown haze! Wake up! Your mistress is giving you an order! Do you hear me?
Cassia looks at the navigator's body in bewilderment, and you are overwhelmed with an inexplicable sense of loneliness and grief.
He was a fine seer of the war.
Yes, of course, Exo. Every Sunday at the same time until I complete the game, and then I'm going to be playing Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
I think I need to treat her with a little bit of goodwill because she, if I make her angry, I will feel angry. So I'm going to say I regret we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before.
I think that's not really possible anymore.
What are you going to do to me?
Oh, okay. Right. This is very, I don't like the wording of either of these. This is very duplicitous. I'm going to go with number 3. Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator and I will restore you to House Rosalia at the earliest opportunity.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Eurac V is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
All who can be saved will be given succor on board my ship.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go.
Excellent. We have a
I can no
navigator.
longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
Cool. We leveled up and we have a navigator. And there's stuff to loot. Okay. Auto guns, I don't care about. Armored body gloves, we don't need those. Thrice Pioneer's Bracers. Every time the wearer deals damage, the target's weapon skill and ballistic skill is reduced by -5 for 2 rounds. Stacks up to 6 times. That might be very useful on Argenta, because she shoots people and they get debuffed. Staff of Orsilio Guardian. Allies targeted by the Navigator's power gain +5 bonus to all their characters in the end of the Navigator's next turn. So that's a buffing staff. We don't need the body glove. Tactical Goggles. +5 to hit, +5, +3 critical hit. That's another good one for Argenta. Deadshot Stub Revolver. That's a really good pistol. Oh, whoa, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, TRM. Thank you very much for... How many gifted subs did you give? Thank you very, very much for the gifted subs on YouTube. Gifted memberships. Castigating. Enemies targeted by the Navigator power suffer minus penalty to all their characters at the end of the Navigator's next turn. Okay, that's a good one. I don't care about Stub Revolver. I will take the shotgun. More crew for the ship. Yes. Okay. Oh, and then if I go into my inventory, what I'll do... sorry, I wanted to go to the inventory. I will give you... Oh my god, how many people? Okay, let's actually go through this. Congratulations to Solaire4553, Citizen Jord, Dirtinjäger, Seasand, Happy Duckman, Biofoot, Kelbonix, Zergoon, the Danik. This is more than there are people watching. Yeah, it's because he's done it on YouTube, it just picks random people from YouTube to make members, which is kind of fun in its own way. Alright, she's currently wearing the helm, which gives her immune critical hits. I'm going to give her the better hitting thing. And we can actually turn her... How do I do that again? There is a way to change her appearance here. We can put her helmet back on so we can see the scope. And I also want to give her those bracers. Where are the bracers? Here they are. I think that's pretty cool. WTRM, exactly. Big W's for TRM. Then if we go to her, she's currently using... Oh, she's using the castigating staff. That's fine then. We'll give Abelard the helmet. But I will not... I don't want to see it. Okay. Did I apply that change? I did. Alright, was there anything else I wanted? There was the Deadshot Stub Revolver. Can't be equipped by this character. I can't equip it. Abelard can. That's a better than the auto pistol I gun. Also, it looks really cool. We've got 75 people watching. Oh, wow. We've got 75 people watching? That's insane. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That's really cool. Welcome to the stream. So this long last is really good. I need someone who's got really good ballistic skill to use this thing then. I mean, my ballistic skill is 45. I could use this as my secondary rather than the pistol. We'll maybe just go with the long last for a little while. We'll be a sniper. Okay. Now we need to level everybody up. So let me just get that going. Leveling up in this game is a big endeavor. So we need to make sure we're doing it correctly. Alright. So I'm going to level me up first. Right, so we are at level 6 now, and the first thing we do is to choose a talent. 1 second. So level 6, I want Decisive Response, if I can get my hands on it. Decisive Response. Whenever the officer uses Voice of Command or bring it down for the first time in combat, this ability costs 1 AP less. That's not massive, but it's not terrible. So we're going to grab that. And then we get a characteristic buff, and we're going to buff our ballistic skill again. So we're actually getting better and better at shooting things. So that's us done. Now we're going to level up Argenta. So for Argenta, she wants to get, I believe it's a ballistic skill level up I'm looking for her. Yep, ballistic skill. Oh no, sorry, ballistic skill again. Keep building that up. And a new skill, I want Rapid Fire. The soldier's next ranged burst attack will have its base rate of fire doubled, but deal 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. That sounds terrible. It's actually insane. This is the skill I was looking for last time when I was thinking about Never Stop Shooting. It's Rapid Fire that I was looking for. We're going to grab Rapid Fire on her. Just to very quickly look at this. So her bolt gun has a rate of fire of 4. If we have a look at her skills, she has rapid fire, and she also has muzzle velocity, which no, she has a. She hasn't got anything else that boosts it yet. but it will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to be good. Okay, Abelard next. Abelard at level 6. We want to grab Taunting Scream or Breakthrough. We have to decide which one we want. So Breakthrough, the warrior gains the Slash ability, which costs 0 AP and has 1 charges for the current round. Slash cannot be used the same round as Charge. So if we use Break, this is an ability that we use, and it basically gives them an extra attack. Or we grab Taunting Scream. The warrior unleashes a terrifying scream, drawing the attention of their enemies who become a priority target for any enemy who fails a willpower resistance test for 3 rounds. So it's basically, do we want a taunt or do we want an extra attack? I like both of these options. Getting the extra attack, I think, is very, very nice because we could potentially attack 3 or 4 times a turn. I don't think we're going to need the Taunting Scream. I'm going to grab Breakthrough. And then we also need to grab a stat up. And for him, I'm going to grab Athletics. He's my Athletics monkey. All right, now for Argenta. Sorry, Idria. Is it Idria or Idiria? It's Idiria. So Idiria's level 6 now. She wants to grab Tide of Excellence. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage and +2% armor penetration until the end of combat. Only applies to the first strike or projectile burst. This actually makes it good for her to do her thing. And along with that, we're going to get her ballistic skill up so she can hit things. And then finally, we get to have a look at Cassia. So Cassia has 2 levels available. What she comes with is she's also an officer, like me. So we have an overlap of skills between me and the Navigator. But she's not really going to be doing the whole give extra people extra turns thing that I'm doing. She has an unknown origin homeworld, data deleted, classified, missing. But she has the Navigator background. And she comes with lasting impression as her starting ability, which isn't that great. In terms of active abilities, yeah, she just comes with Lidless Stare. All creatures on a cone in front of the Navigator suffer from 11 to 14 damage. The affected targets must also pass a +30 bonus willpower resistance test or become stunned. That's very powerful out of the box. So let's level her up. So first of all, she's got Voice of Command, she's gained Persuasion, she's got Bring It Down, she gained Finest Hour, and she got Lasting Impression. So we're going to get a willpower bonus for her because she is a psyker. And the skill that I want for her is called Mastery of Time, which is this one here. Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. So whenever I give someone an extra turn, she gains a willpower bonus, which is going to get nuts. And she gains a willpower bonus. Now for her level 6 upgrade, she wants Decisive Response, which again is that skill. Here it is, Decisive Response. I mean, I'm not massively wanting to put her into a strategist role. Let me just check there's another build for her, because I'm going to be doing the strategist thing. We'll go for the Gaze instead. So I still want Willpower and Mastery of Time, but instead we want Hold My Gaze. Held in My Gaze. I'm going to buff her gaze up. So we need to find Held in My Gaze, which is probably going to be down with her psychic abilities. Unblinking Stare, base skill bonuses, characteristic training. God, there's so much stuff in here. I don't see Held in My Gaze here. Oh no, I still want Decisive Response and I want a willpower bonus. Okay, we're just that's what we have to take here. That's fine. Okay, that's her done as well. So that's everybody leveled up. It's a bit of work to get that done. Your stat choices confuse me. Those are just the choices I'm picking. Okay, we've got some more bodies to loot. I don't think these guys have anything that useful. There's a Stub Revolt, there's a shotgun here, and there's a Ritobi pattern lasgun, which is a slightly better lasgun, but we're not using lasgun. Yes, if it was searchable, I would be so happy. We've already done that athletics check. That's the body we checked before. There's a dead guy over here. He's just got some stuff. We're taking on stuff because we can sell it. And then there's a body over here. Thanks, Abelard. I think that's everybody looted. There's some bodies over here. Okay, I think that's everybody. Let's get out of here. Suggest not using another psychic character because we'll hit things in the warp. I'm gonna let chat choose who is going to be in our squad. Just FYI. If chat wants to go for the all psyker squad, and by the way, there's more than 2 psychers in this game, we could do that. But I've got a feeling they're gonna want. I just know chat. I've got a feeling you're gonna want goth girlfriend. You're gonna want psyker. You're gonna want navigator girlfriend. You're gonna want bolt gun girlfriend. You're going to want Viking Man, and you're probably going to want Alien Girlfriend as well. I've got a feeling... Lord Captain, we're going to turn Idra into a pyromancer, which I do believe runs off ballistic skill. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first, your heart starts beating furiously, your breath comes short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. You decide not to make use of the charm that could inhibit Cassia or Stelio's powers. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves away. First, I wish to speak to the rogue trader. Leave us. Viking man girlfriend. Yes, of course. Okay, you want me to hover over the portrait? I'm hovering over the portrait. Is that what you wanted me to do? Ah, that's what you wanted me to do. That is our Voxmaster. I should actually do this for all the portraits. Thank you for reminding me that that is a thing, Sujin. So this is our Voxmaster. They are heavily augmented. They probably can't leave the bridge, to be honest, looking at the data cables going into the back of their head. This is the big version of our portrait. And we'll have a look at Cassia's when she next speaks. Of course. When you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. There's truly only one prestige class for Idra, and it solves the perils problem almost inherently, so I wouldn't worry about it. Well, this is the Voxmaster here, so she can obviously leave her post. Bye. Leave us. Yes. Okay, this is Cassia's portrait in full. She does have really weird fingers. And you can see the gills on her neck. But she does also look quite noble. I'm sorry, Navigator, but I am permanently installed at this table. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What do you wish to speak about? After a few seconds' hesitation, Cassia does a small exhale, then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honourably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. See, I was worried about forcing her would come back to bite me. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. Uwe served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. Oh, thank you very much for the sub, Stolfo. That's very kind of you. Welcome to the channel. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium, and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. But now, I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. I'm not going to question why the Psyker wants these things. If they're the necessary supplies that she needs to make the ship fly through chaos, then that is what she gets. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. You know, taking your ship's navigator into combat is probably incredibly stupid. Look, mishaps. Taking the captain of the ship into combat is incredibly stupid. This is Warhammer 40,000. We have to lead from the front. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Noximortalis, as well. I really appreciate that. Welcome aboard. I didn't get a notification, a proper notification for that sub, which is weird. Oh, the Voxmaster Bast. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Navy Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Oh, we're actually getting a cutscene. The Voxcaster of the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual, but not rogue traitors, mishaps. Come here, Uwe. The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, the low sob of the servant, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, the faint whisper of the brush. Go. Footsteps hurrying away. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. Conrad's taking over, no worries. Conrad's dead. Oh no, Conrad's missing. That's right, he's probably still on the ship somewhere. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. Did she just foresee the death of the Emperor? You can all have Durst command with your squad. The captain, the navigator, the tech priest, I forgot who Abelard is. Abelard is the Seneschal, so he basically runs everything. The Voxmaster recalls at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. I will leave the Lord Navigator undisturbed. I'm not going to lash the Voxmaster right now. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants of the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain. Their throats roar from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of drop of bodies proclaims their fate. The crew chat, they want me now. I'm not going to vote for Mechanical Girlfriend every time. It appears the servants were part of the Lord Navigator's right, as it was for her predecessor. I arranged for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two. There we go. That's Cadia has fallen, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. So, what I believe has just happened, or has happened at this point, is that I think it's the 13th or the 14th Black Crusade has occurred, and they've just crashed a Blackstone fortress into Cadia, which has destroyed it and caused a massive warp storm. The planet broke before the guard did. Yes, it did. Which has now cut this half of the galaxy off from the other half of the galaxy. We are cut off from the Emperor's light. You hear a heavy exhale, rusting fabric and metallic clinking. The Great Rift has just formed, yes. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. The vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on recovering a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station, Eurac V. Had you opted to begin your visit to the record system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of the Navis Nobilate bought us precious time. Yes, and also yes, because I'm literally on the edge of the galaxy. We can either focus our efforts on assembling the station and procuring technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. Let's hear some energy in that anthem. The planet broke before the guard did. Cadia stands. There we go. All right. I will not stop to pillaging a station. No. Let's gather any components that may be of use to the ship, because the ship's pretty banged up right now. As you command, Lord Captain. We got 3 scrap containers. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we're still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing crew, and more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrichs von Kallax, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Eurac V, so we should keep this in mind before making any further plans. Thank you, Victus. That'll be all for now. We have indeed pillaged the station, as it pleases you, Lord Captain. Okay, so now we have 3 destinations. We have Rykard Minoris, which is where the head. This planet has changed its name. Was it this before? We have Rykard Philia, which is the prison planet. It's vastly worth it. You just have some quite good, competent equipment. Oh well. And there's also an unidentified void ship, which is not a major thing. There's also the Astropathic station. There's actually 4 destinations. So 1 is the Astropathic station. 2 is Rykard Monaris. 3 is the unidentified void ship. And 4 is the prison planet. We're going to do a vote. So it's !V 1, 2, 3, or 4 with no space. Okay? It's going to run for 1 minute. Let's go. You can also do !vote space as well. Vote with no space. But no spaces. What is what? So 1 is the Astropathic station. 2 is Rykard Monaris. 3 is the unidentified void ship. 4 is the planet. If we pick one of the small ones, I know from the order you visit sites in matters. Yes, it does, and I'm letting you pick it. Hey, Craig, good to see you. So again, 1 Astropathic station. 2 Rykard Monaris. 3 unidentified void ship. 4 is the prison planet, and I've just triggered an event, but we'll wait for that until after the thing. We've got a lot of votes coming in. This is very, very cool. It looks like the unidentified void ship is currently winning. Please note that if the unidentified void ship is a short event, I will be picking the next option that got voted for after it. So keep voting if you want something, if you don't want to go for the vote, if you want something to have a say in what we do next as well. It looks like we're going void ship and then prison planet, which is really interesting. 30 seconds, the vote is about to end. A little bit about Each navigator have its own look at what is in the warp. Some go to sleep and dream it. Some use tarot cards, special screens, rings, using ones. She uses canvas and a paint. That's a really good point, Abby. Okay, we are going to the void ship, and then we are going to the prison planet. But first, something just happened. Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The lady navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you'd find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. Oh, thanks, Blizzo. It's !V3, but that one anyway. End dialogue. Okay, we have an event with Cassia. She's out of her chamber, and people are scared of navigators because they're mutants, and mutants are heresy, but they're okay mutants. So it's a funny line. She bowed.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The lady navigator is engrossed in perusing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by the other officers, be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassia looks up to you, starts, and hides a weathered look behind her back. I see you're fond of reading. She's also spooky, yes.
This. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse.
Correct, wooden plank.
I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
I'd like to point out that the book she is reading is a collection of works by a Acadian naval commander and poet called Alias Quent. I wonder what Acadian poetry sounds like.
Had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines
Correctly,
of some sort
yes.
or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
I'd say the events must have shaken her greatly. She well. Tolerated doesn't well put
One
it.
should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
What did she say, wooden plank? Archive of her own? Oh, jeez. Your only attendant is your valet. Do my servants not measure up to your standards?
No, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
I really feel sorry for Uwe. Hey, what are you reading on AO3, Cassia? What are the tags on that? Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, and awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her robes. The natural appearance of navigators often becomes a topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Cassia prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks. I hope you've had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others.
I can't remember, Miss App, sorry. Something Quent?
But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near.
I've insulted
Were I
her.
not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior in your question just now insulting.
Oops.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why
I'm loving
you
your
are
tag.
pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Oh my god, some of these options here. One of them is, it is indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant. However, the crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I think I'm going to go for the actual human option. You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it is just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Eurac V. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness?
There's a skull in the fireplace, I just noticed. Oh, you can't see it because of chat, but there's a skull here in the fireplace. Tell me about this strange feeling called human.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before.
Oh, she's a
in the
romantic.
pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is
Oh, that's
to say,
awful.
I could not have known,
Women playing games.
as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming
Yeah,
warden.
can we not have...
Thank you for your company.
Is the game only heterosexual? That's a shame. She's a funny one, that's for sure. Oh, the dog just woke up. I might have to let her out. Alright, well, let's head back. I think this leads to the bridge. Cool. Cassia isn't. That's fair. Fair enough. Okay, let's head to the actual destination we wanted to head to. Wait, did I just click on the wrong thing? No, I didn't. So we were heading for the unidentified void ship. That was the one that won the vote. They were roommates, best friends. Oh, God, there's another. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Members of a sacred cult. Oh, here we go. Here comes Goth Girlfriend. Have requested an audience. They wish to present gifts and introduce themselves to the new captain. What sacred cult? They call themselves the Bloodspun Web. The cult defends the flagship from both internal and external threats. Lady Theodora held them in high regard and looked favorably upon their activities. I am ready to receive them. I will commence preparations at once, Lord Captain. This is a death cult. They exist in the Empire. It's interesting. Here's a cut. I think there's a cutscene to introduce them. Yes, there is. Oh. I don't know why it's sticking. Fifth best girl. Hi, Harrowhawk. Yeah, it's Gideon the Ninth all over again. Imagine being the Lord Captain. All this stuff keeps going down. The boss was like, hey boss, the cult we keep on board wants to chat. Yeah. I'm just trying to fly to a void ship. Those on deck watch in awe as the final figure moves gracefully into a ceremonial pose. Some of the officers whisper in excitement, while others murmur prayers to the god Emperor. We have a what on board?
The undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
So she's called Kibella. They force silence as a tall young woman steps forward. She moves towards you soundlessly, the dim light casting shadows across the mask that conceals her face. The masked cultists repeat the words in a mournful whisper. We obey still. So this is her portrait. She is a blade dancer, and I think they've nerfed her 3 times since we put her in the game, and she's still overpowered. That is an aesthetic.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her.
The woman's slender finger has been fitted with a metal claw. She points it in your direction, engaging you from behind her bone mask with the cold, grim eyes of an assassin. She pulls out a sinister curved blade, and similar weapons suddenly appear in the hands of her motionless companions. Yep, they're all about stabbing themselves.
The gift of our blood to you. It is the gift of death. Death has whispered your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion. We give you a blade, the silent verdict. The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow. And we give you the blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
This is a good sword, but it's a two-handed sword, and you want to dual wield. As far as I'm aware, you want to dual wield with her, so we're not actually going to use Silent Verdict, I don't think. Oh, an Imperium test. You've heard many stories about death cults such as this one. These devoted holy assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship of the Emperor. They are exemplary slayers, invisible executioners, and the scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls. Many righteous people honor them as votaries of the faith, while others see their fearsome rituals as friendly spectacles touched by madness. I thought it was a beautiful thing as a little to walk on your bridge and bleed all over everything, but if they're going to give you a great sword, I can respect it. Let's examine the cultists. The cultists are all Voidborn. Their lithe, sinewy bodies are clad in light armor, which allows them to move with an acrobat's nimble grace and strike with an assassin's swift surety. Their red and black vestments are adorned with sharp spikes and ritual jewelry. Where time and training have worn their garments threadbare, you can make out patterns of bleeding lacerations. Examine the captives. The prisoners cower beneath the weight of their gaze. Blood drips from the tear-stained faces of the captured officers, technomats, and workers. A word has been carved into each of their foreheads with meticulous precision. Traitor, heretic, apostate, renegade. The cuts have been digitally and regularly reopened to prevent healing.
These renegades committed treachery against their domin. Their lips once praised the name of Kunrad Voigtveer, but it is your name they will whisper as they cross over to the other side.
Interesting. So a death cult watches over my crew. They who honor the Emperor through killing, who devote their every day to serving him. Sacred executioners.
The domin.
Yes, nothing to stand themselves.
Essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations.
So the Emperor's tarot is a pretty big deal in the universe. It's pretty much what it sounds like it is.
Our service to him.
A deck of psychoactive cards bearing sacred and meaningful images. Tarot cards used for divination and predicting the future. They believe to be able to capture images sent by the Emperor himself. In the hands of a skilled psyker, the Emperor's tarot can be a truly potent divination tool. Your heart is filled with awe as you gaze at the cultist. You recognize this feeling. You've experienced it before when you walked through the scorching flame and survived. The eyes of your grim guests burn bright with sacrificial fervor. They've served the God Emperor with wholehearted faith and devotion. Why have you brought this rabble to our upper decks?
So you may offer the souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution. Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One, is death itself. The Undying One...
So she is super fervent and devout. Probably more so than our Argenta is.
Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the blood-spun web undergo the test of a sacred trial.
Yeah, I'll just go. This is basically your tutorial on how to use Kibella.
A dagger that has not sliced through sinew is nothing more than a toy. Let the final dance begin.
You can choose to fight them yourself if you want to, but it's basically showing you how she works in combat. So they'll get given weapons, which I love. It's not like, you know, like they get to die with a weapon in their hands. You don't just execute them.
Cry, flee,
okay.
Pray. You cannot alter your fate.
So basically, she's a blade dancer, and she does some pretty stupid things. So one of the things she can do is this ability called Death from Above, which costs no action points. But basically, she jumps in the air, and she can land anywhere within range, and she deals 9 damage to all adjacent enemies when she lands. She can land anywhere within 3 cells within line of sight. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, and she can use it multiple times per turn, but each use requires a charge to be spent and inflicts 1 stack of something called Short of Breath. She gets 1 shot of this ability every time she kills somebody. She also has Raining Blood, which makes her next attack splash blood everywhere. It's a weird ability. And she also has a Blade Dance, which makes 3 melee attacks against random targets. It's a melee burst attack, does not count towards attack limit. This ability can be used with a sword equipped. If 2 swords equipped, she makes 2 attacks with each one. She also uses this item called Blood, which gets her more of this raining blood passive she has. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into the middle of all these people.
The shadows will see.
And that's her opener. Now we're going to do a Blade Dance.
As honor or killing brings me no pleasure.
And then we're going to slash.
One foe or 100.
And that wasn't even her turn over after doing all of that. And yes, it will attack allies. Now for round 2. Not quite positioned to be as easy to murder.
Be your end.
But
Trust me. Is a blessing.
she's so fair and balanced, Mishaps, you have no idea.
As the tenant,
And now we'll just jump over here.
I shall not fail.
And we will stab this guy. Again, this is still all in one turn. And now we can jump over here.
As honor ordains.
And we can jump over here.
The tenants demand. The other side away.
Yeah, my rug's a bit ruined. So that's Kibella. She's very balanced and totally fair and can actually solo encounters. And she has been nerfed multiple times by the people who made the game. A cut to the heart, a cut to the throat, a cut to the stomach. These wounds have been inflicted according to his pleasure. The blood of the apostates will wash away the stain of their treachery, so their souls may prostrate themselves before the undying one, one's throne, and beg his forgiveness. I have acted with reverence and shown proof of my loyalty. Will you accept me, Domin Forzian? Will you make me your shield and your shadow? She's indeed joining the group, yes. High Factotum Janus. We don't like this guy. Your ladyship, the spinners of the Bloodstone Web were watching, tracking, and killing von Valencian enemies long before the warrant of trade passed to Lady Theodora. However, their blade has also been known to cut short the lives of highly upstanding persons. But I certainly do not in any way condemn the deeds of the deeply esteemed cult. I'm sure they have a good reason. We are joining her. The cultists are the scourge. This is a woman. The cultists are the scourge of the seditious. They bring on the unrighteous to ruin. The enforcers respect the Bloodspun Web, for we share a common goal, to bring his light and his harsh justice to the darkest depths of this ship. Scourge of the seditious or not, folk are afraid of them for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I don't know what old Malok did to earn the privilege, though. But who's going to feed his family now? But that's a lower decker problem. What matters is the Bloodspun Web serves you faithfully, Lord Captain. My predecessor's predecessor once delivered a sermon about how the spinners saved the vessel from the servants of the archenemy. The Bloodspun Web paid the price in blood. A river of scarlet had flooded the decks from bridge to bilge. They became the blood of the flagship, the pulse in its veins, and the beat of its heart. Their great sacrifice earned them the favor of House von Valencius. It seems not all the officers have been presented to me yet. Indeed, your ladyship, Jocasta Sauerbuck at your service. I am entrusted with the honor of commanding the enforcers and keeping my order aboard the vessel. It is my duty to punish trespassers, suppress disobedience, and repel any and all attacks on the ship. Kinda gross, not gonna lie, yes. Confessor Albert, your ladyship. As a humble servant of the Emperor, I am entrusted with the high honor of being the ship's confessor. Or, in other words, the highest spiritual authority on your vessel. I'm here to oversee the purity of the crew's faith. I officiate in the officer's chapel, and I also look after the ship's reliquary. And I am not important enough to have a portrait. You'll be my shadow, Kibella. Oh, sorry. She takes her mask off at this point. I think she had the mask on before, but this is actually looks. She has multiple facial piercings because she's a goth. Henceforth I am your shadow, Domin Forzian von Valencius, an instrument of death placed in your hand by the Undying One, for so it is ordained, and so his tarot forspoke. I have come bearing an invitation from the Vizier of the Bloodspun Web. He wishes you to know the doors to the Undying One's temple are open to you. Are you suggesting the Lord Captain should go down to the depths of her flagship to search for this temple? With all due respect, the lower decks of her servants and crew, they are not a fitting place for her ladyship. Why is this Vizier not here to deliver the message himself? The first spinner is old. His abode is in the temple beneath the flagship's freight line, and he has not left the lower decks in decades. Even a short journey could sunder the spirit from his ancient body. Where is your temple located? I am not permitted to say. If you wish to find the temple, you must walk the path of Saint Ariane, the matriarch spider. Hers was the thread that would become the bloodspun web. Her path began deep within the flagship, in the dark tunnels of the freight line, and that is where yours must begin as well. The journey will bring you closer to the thread of the web, closer to the Undying One, closer to understanding death. Perhaps one day I will grant you that favor. I have heard whisper within the Undying One. He awaits you, he calls you. Your time will come. Your blade awaits direction, Dumb and Fortune. We will speak again when the time is right. Okay, so we now have her in the party. She's nuts. Now, we were on our way to the Void Ship, so let's continue going to the Void Ship and see if anything else interrupts us along the way. Yeah, so we can now also explore the ship. We actually have stuff we can do on the ship if we want to, but right now I want to keep going with the story a little bit. I want to get through this act before we start exploring the ship. So we're on our way to the unidentified Void Ship. Oh, and another event is triggered. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Versain's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. God, being a captain is really frustrating. So many things are happening all the time. I actually feel sorry for the Volksmaster. It's like every time we start moving the ship, it's like, Lord Captain, I'm sorry. I get to do the really cool chair spin, though, which is, like, very important. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lock. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. This is Abelard's portrait, by the way. He has multiple jackets, it feels like. This is a little front-loaded. During typical we don't have constant interruptions, yes. I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb her. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards a high-ranking officer will be logged in the personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Aurelia Vent requesting permission to speak on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times call for drastic measures. The matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I'm convinced this step is unwarranted, that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Abelard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Sauerback, who is standing not far from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Versailles, that's Abelard, and to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we'll have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. There is an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and nobody has informed me? I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, and even 8 years later, we are still battling rumors that the hero survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. The ship is so big, it's so hard to grasp how many people live on this ship. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain who marries war mate the salvo from 100 bolters. I am sure if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, she will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problems you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you'll ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I've already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your ladyship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. How did this all start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between enforcers and workers to a head. Where does Seneschal Versailles come into this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry, time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of the system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding the lower decks, I took matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodore of Valencius will find refuge on her ship. You are far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Versailles. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It has driven people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into all-out insurrection, but when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors in the lower decks. It is home to clans of general labourers. They are not as valuable to the ships as the families who have served its specialised systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now, more besides, giving succour to cultists and minions of the arch-enemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but at worst that means drunken fights and illegal rotgut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We could have done so again if the crackdown had not been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located in one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect to the neighbouring sectors. Abelard, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to say anything. I acted with the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harbouring heretics. That way, you will stop the uprising before it begins. Now, I don't think I should be going down and doing this. I feel like it is a waste of my time. But I don't really want to shout it to Abelard, so I will pick the option to see what happens. Praise the Emperor. Thank the Lord Captain. An enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Oh wait, we haven't looked at Jocasta's portrait yet, but she has a big power maul and armor, because she's the head of the Enforcers. Lord Captain, I regret that the Enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to you and the Seneschal's involvement. I consider it my duty to go Depot 4 myself, and see to the expedient resolution of this incident. So now we're going to go deal with the peons, and I'm going to take the whole team. Including Abelard. No, we're going to take the whole team. No, the whole team. Okay, Abelard has to come. We also need to level up our Goth. So we're going to level our Goth up first.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Straight into a cutscene. Hey, it's Versine. Take that, scum. Oh my god, he just threw something. He just threw stuff at Abelard. Okay, everyone here probably should die. Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startlingly human gesture, and a telling one, a rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through these armor-like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I did regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. The people dare to disrespect a senior officer. They would not have the chance to express such respect if we were not here, and if the situation be dealt with by the relevant officers. It is a junior officer's worst failing to pass problems at the Jade of Command. I have never been able to abide it. I shall say it again. It was a mistake to come on Lieutenant Venn's whim, Lord Captain. I must admit the Lieutenant's by no means the worst material for an officer. But in the name of Terra, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter, and she has the guile to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It'll be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted with an act without oversight. Let's get to the bottom of this. Alright, we need to level up Kibella. So Kibella starts with Blade Dance, and then she gets a Medicae skill. She's very good at medicine, which is really, I think, is a really fun side thing of her character. Then she gets Blade Death from above, and then she gets Death Waltz, which basically the Blade Dance uses, that's her special ability, and she gets an ability called Death Warden, which means that she uses her Medicae is now determined by her weapon skill instead of her intelligence, which I think again is super flavorful. So next we need to grab her level 5, and her level 5 is going to be Dueling Mastery, if I can find it. Dueling Mastery. Grants plus 15% bonus to parry. And then we want to grab a weapon skill upgrade, because weapon skill is what she's all about. Then we also need to get a new ability for her. We're going to get something called Blood Oath. This ability costs 8 wounds to use. That's something she builds up. The Blade Dancer targets a single enemy vowing to dispatch their mark. The Blade Dancer's next attack against their selected enemy cannot be dodged or parried. If this attack kills the target, the Blade Dancer regains 13 wounds and gains plus 1 AP, along with an additional attack this turn. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but it grants plus 1 AP and additional attack only once per round. And then she also needs to get a level up ability, and we're going to level up her Medicae, because she's going to be our medic. That's her leveled up. In terms of her actual equipment, she has the death mask, but we're going to take that off. We're going to hide that, because I like to see people's faces. She's got one hell of a goth haircut. And then she's got her special breastplate that gives +5 agility, and she's currently wielding the Spinner's Blade, which gives -10 to the opponent's chance to parry, and +2% to her critical chance for each attack they make. So every time she attacks each round, she gets a stacking 2% crit bonus, which is pretty crazy for a starting weapon. All right, let's get back to the action. Let me just bring chat back up on screen. There we go. You have to be good at medicine to inflict maximum pain, probably. Yeah, might be good at medical stuff, but you want to be your medic. This game really does feel like Warhammer 40k leveling up simulator sometimes. It really does, doesn't it? There is a puzzle here that I can never manage to get my head around. You have to like close these vents in the right order.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
There's a container in this tube, and you unlock it by basically, like, there's all these valves, lower deck rabble, and you have to use the valves in the right order. But like, I can never work out which valves to use. I'm just going to loot my own ship for stuff. What is this? Oh, this is a machine right set. We want to keep that. We'd have 6 people. We're at max team size now. Inside the box, a string of scratched letters run along the edge. Different first names, but the same surname. It looks like the box is being passed down from the family from generation to generation. You can have 6 party members. We're at our party limit, so we're gonna have to start making choices about who we have in the party soon. So I can't activate any of those valves. Still can't hit any of the valves. Huge pipes. The arteries of the ship run through many bays, living air, water, heat, and pulsing force of steam. Yes, the ship runs on steam power.
On the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
I'm just looking for valves at the moment. Here's the enforcers. The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avarilla Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of her superior, Master-at-Arms Cassia Sauerbach, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged for some time and has by now reached a boiling point. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order, now get out of the way. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. This is my deck and my sector. As long as this area remains under Lord Captain's special oversight, no action will be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to let me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So, not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. Your ladyship, what is the situation? Your ladyship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant. I have come here to lead an investigative unit. And what do I see? The rabble on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads, and you, Vent, are stepping away from facing charge yourself. We encountered locals on the way here. Their conduct was outrageous. They even tried to throw things at us. The people are getting desperate. Clearly, they saw the assault unit and decided we had nothing left to lose. I mean, I apologize. Lord Captain, it is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them when the situation is resolved. I will speak to the strikers. Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Yeah, this is very not Lord Captain behavior that we're doing right now. Here are the strikers down here. A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. A whisper passes through the crowd. You detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your ladyship. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet. Here's the deal, your ladyship. Your damned forces are all over us down here. This is Old Nan. They say we're looking for some cultists. One more word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to the whole base for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation of the lungs, all because of the enforcers. Our agenda does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. It is all true. Ved is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks, and who grew up amidships has no fellow feeling towards us. Your ladyship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're asking is to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The prosecution started a purpose of nothing, you say? I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet, and that there are heretics hiding here. A cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something forbidden or evil, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how would the heretics be here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not. And if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for the amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body, and there are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with. Nobody's ever tread those decks in boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me those cultists have better commanders than us. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine, and there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we're working we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. The same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your ladyship, we are people of faith. Naive children. Weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the archenemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We are told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I had my third little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when the beast crawls out of the amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger that brought evil down on himself and his Abelards? Abelard, do you have anything to add? I authorize the use of necessary measures to locate chaos that worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedores. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Sourback, was it necessary to torture these people with cold? The rabble understands only one language, Lord Captain, that of violence. As per regulations, should the labourers persist in unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can grumble all they want, but in the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for punitive measures will disappear. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here, like that one that the lieutenant won't let past. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who've had just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who have risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folk are lashing out. The rabble understands only one language, violence. Meanwhile, I've been talking to Cid Rabble just fine in conventional spoken tongue. Their words seem sincere to you. Their body language and the glances treated with the reveal that the news of the attack has shocked them. What is it you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain is asking us bilge rats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. And we want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these colours do show their faces. I've been the leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots in lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insisted on enforcers in the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day is out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbour out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers that robbed the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them, one lower decker to the other. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for mine. I don't want empty gestures, I want real change. They'll promise us the word now, but as soon as the anointed one turns her back, those brutes will be on us even harder than before. All because we dared to speak out. The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to argue. Agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few noises of approval. Okay, there's a whole ton of stuff here, but we do have a coercion check. Spreading anarchy on the ship is a first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons in untrained hands will be even worse. What's more, the enforcers need to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands and we will consider the rest. Coercion test succeeded. Old man, listen. The Lord Captain herself has come down to us as offering concessions, and I don't know a single person the whole deal before has ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old man. The three clans at Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the four forces or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. You two are ganging up on me, is it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against two clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's great. Just fantastic. Lord Captain, we are aggrieved. Master of Arms, where do you stand? Give the rabble a grox, and they will take an angry one, Lord Captain. They only understand brute force and will interpret any concession as a sign of weakness. Giving them weapons and recalling the enforcers would be folly. It would only be a matter of time if we had a full-scale mutiny. Then it's decided. The persecution will stop, and I expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. I'm going to pick this option because I don't want them to be all killed. Your ladyship, thank you. You don't abandon us lower deckers. You came with yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. We lost fuel and provisions. Of course, your ladyship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned. And done. That's that encounter over with. A bit of a weird, just like a little bit of flavor really about being on the ship. I'm just looking for valves.
Something.
What is it revealed? This page is about the start of each shift is mark. The last morgue is working. The workers went on strike. I think this might be the start. The heat sink warms aware about scorching temperature. No. Oh, there's a multi-key. Nice. I can't find the first valve. Because none of these valves are interactable with. I don't know where the first valve is. And they don't show up on the map, which doesn't help. There's a valve here. I can't interact with it. There's a valve here. I can't interact with it. There's a valve here. I can't interact with it. Oh. I didn't mean to leave. Oh well. I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. And he dismisses everybody. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtow to the disloyal rabble. You believe their lies and show them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like because they see you as a weak leader. Is how you see the future at the helm of the Von Valancius Protectorate? Do not speak to you. Let's talk about your role in this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. I would have handled the situation myself had you decided not to intervene. Remember Lord Captain Theodora? Do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to the grand designs of the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. Maybe if Rogue Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard this ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of the crisis. Yes, please, Daedra. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. The propensity of the Von Valancius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture words, they create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. Blue, okay. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I came from a long line of officers, and I embarked on this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora trusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods, to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over the years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hangar on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. There's a lot of options here. I'm going to read them and then I'll read out the one I want to pick. Okay, I'm going to go for option 2. I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it and start living in the new world, a world where Theodora is gone and where you and I have new decisions to make. Yes, Lord Captain. Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And now, please let us leave the lower decks. If the Rogue Trader decides to stretch her legs, there are far more suitable places. Alright, so my clue was blue. Blue. I mean, there's a lot of bluish stuff. Blue. I mean, this is bluish over here. That's the end of it in there.
I always keep my options open.
Is it this blue pipe? No. Blue. That's green. Blue. Maybe need a little bit more of a clue than blue. I was wondering if I missed one over here. I don't want to spend hours doing this valve puzzle. Ah, here we go. A manometer, tech use 95.
I always
The gauge for the steam pressure in this pipe is close to the maximum, however, it does not reach the bars at the other end. Okay, that's not it. Oh, I can turn this one. Okay, I don't know if that's the right one, but we just turned it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Is there not one here? I think there's one up here we can turn. Thing is, I don't know what the order to turn them is. That one to start, okay. And then blue. How do I know if I've done it right? That's the problem. Nothing is happening. Perhaps turning a different valve will work. Okay, so we need a... It's not that one next. This one has steam coming out of it. Okay. This one, is there one over here? No.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Not that one yet. Try this one. Not that one yet either. We'll try... Oh, I didn't mean to close the door. We'll try this one now. This one has steam coming out of it. Okay. Not that one yet. We'll come back up here. We'll try this one first. Nope. What about this one? There's steam coming out here now. Nope. Okay. This one. Ah, we got it. That's the whole puzzle.
That's how it's done.
We get 3 force grenades. These are very rare. 2 crack grenades, 3 melted charges, and 3 multi-keys. That's actually amazing loot. I'll have to put them out to the crew later. Okay, we can now finally, we can finally go to the void ship that we've been trying to go to for like 10 hours. I don't think there's any more events that are going to pop while we travel. Helmsmaster Raver. What do we have here, Lord Captain? It's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up there on purpose. It's not like I am surprised the thing is more scrappy than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too. What are you saying? They're not giving you very powerful grenades early on, knowing fully you'll simply hoard them for the entire campaign. What if you need them later? When in doubt, throw grenades, yeah. Hear us. Do not require assistance. Repeat, do not require assistance. Copy. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Emperor protects. Lord Captain, I'm told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Ricadia Filia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put a fine point on it, has not yet been offered to them. Rygar, can we establish communication? Let the vessel identify itself. Yes, Lord Captain, the connection is established. Unknown vessel. We are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves. For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps. Do not tell him. We are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are a merchant vessel. Do you copy? A private merchant vessel. A merchant vessel? Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. One of my options is just to shoot them. Raver, damage report on the unknown vessel. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of our engines are critically damaged. Someone gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened to you? The Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, yet another hisses, furiously demanding that they shut up. You manage to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue and opened fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected. And then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail. Bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We never got to them. Oh, wait, I need to look at Raver's portrait. Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? You make out a hoarse and furious whispering. Why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. Our vessel is badly damaged. It's preventing the correct identification. We assure you, merchant vessel, Thunderfang does not require aid. Thunderfang, now stop playing games and explain again what your business is here. And this time, I highly recommend the truth. Happy now? What have you done, idiot? It's too late now. Do you copy? We are from the Fellowship of the Void. We did not come here to loot, on different business. To help our own out of jail. Do not hurt, please. We already had our clocks cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of plunder. I mean goods. This is his portrait. He does look pretty cool. Pirate trade is good trade. In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Chronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have vox conversations with those whom they were to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in the situation where performing a warp jump isn't possible. Thunderfine, prepare for commercial exchange. Ooh, we get to do some trading. So the way money works in this game is basically, we don't have money, we have, what's it called? It's called profit factor. And we can just spend our profit factor to get stuff. And then if we have more reputation, we can get other stuff from these people. We can, I think, also spend profit factor to increase... we can trade stuff to them to increase our reputation with them. So is there anything here that I'm actually... I mean, I could just give them some cargo. I don't need these swords. I didn't actually mean to do that. Did I just give it to them? Oops. I didn't mean to do that. That was really bad. I just gave them all my melee weaponry. Anyway, so they've got a heavy leather armor, they've got a flamethrower, they've got a camouflage robe, which whereas range attacks do not decrease the target's dodge by 5%. Interesting. Fencing body glove for war world people. Stalker gloves. If the wearer's range attack hits an enemy, the wearer gains a plus 5% bonus to critical hit chance for the next range attack against the same enemy. That wouldn't be bad for Argenta, but not amazing. There's an autogun here, a power maul, a chain sword. There's a power sword called Veil Render. No, a force sword, which can only be used by a Psyker. They're pretty rare. There's a great sword, a flat chest plate, the Medal of Alacrity. When the wearer targets an enemy with Bring It Down ability for the first time, that ally gains... That's pretty cool. I want that. But I don't have enough profit factor. I don't have enough reputation. Reflective shield. Shields other block attacks. Especially shield attacks cost 1 AP less. You're fine. Yes, I mean, I can grab all this stuff, because I can't afford it. I can grab the heavy leather armor. I can grab the flamer. I can grab the camouflage robe. And then grab the melted charges, because I just have enough profit factor for it. I don't have enough profit factor for anything else, apart from these medkits. So I'm not going to... Yeah, you can just click buy all available. Alright, so if I go back to the... we can come back to them to trade with them again at any time. If we just scroll back to the end of the vote, which I'm just going to do really quickly, the second option was was a draw between the prison planet and Rykard Minoris. So we have to pick which one we want to go to. I'm annoyed that it was a draw. Let me check that again. Yeah, option 1 got 2 votes, option 2 got 3 votes, option 3 got 6 votes, and option 4 got 3 votes. I think we're going to go to the prison planet, because I think I went to Rykard Minoris first last time, and I'm curious to see what happens if we go there last. Oh, we have to scan the planet. We have to probulate it. Oh, look, we found a place to land. Who are we going to take with us? We're going to take everybody. Let's accept. I'm doing the prison planetoid because I know it's a lot shorter than doing the Minoris, and I'm looking at what time it is. Oh, we can finish this in this stream. We found a prison. This is our personal lander, by the way. It's the fancy version. I can't remember the name of this transport. It's a terrible transport. Okay, I have some quick equipmenting to do. So we have... I want to sort by type. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Exo Warlock. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Oh, I put the swords in my inventory is what I did. Can I... Yeah, add them to cargo. I'm also going to add these to cargo because I've already got the better thing. We'll add the Silent Verdict. We'll keep the Silent Verdict in our inventory. I'm looking to... I will put a flame grenade in my inventory. I'll put a crack grenade in my inventory. I will put a force grenade in my inventory. And then Abelard will get one of each as well. But he will also get a med kit. Ideria will get a force grenade. You already have... You'll get a force grenade. And you definitely need med kits, so you'll get another one. And we're going to give you the camo cloak. Which doesn't look like much, but it will give her a bonus. I think that was everything I bought. There's also the heavy leather armor, which you can equip. It's better armor. It's actually an upgrade. Yeah, it's an upgrade for you. Oh, interesting outfit. Actually, Abelard looks slick in that outfit. That's a cool outfit for him. All right, now we're ready to rock and roll. There's goods over here.
Is there money to be made?
We've got ceramite plating, Magnus class rechargeable batteries, an omniscope, and Ployne juice cartons. Oh, Pilot Raquel.
We should deal with this.
I think he just said, come in, escort. This is Captain Vicari. Escort, please come in. Pilot Raquel. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? St. Teeth, I thought you'd never come. Abelard, teach this riffraff for the proper way of addressing her sovereign. Abelard glances at the woman, his brow furrowing. Officer, the person before you is Forzin von Valencius, a rogue trader. Although you are, from what I gather, a subject of another dynasty, you would do well to introduce yourself with a proper decorum. At once, Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of House Winterscale and a pilot of the shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting her ladyship von Valencius. What has happened here? It's either an Aquilin or an Arvis. There's been a prison riot on this planetoid. Sadly, it has been led by the prison warden himself, the Honourable Anathagon Castigelia. He has allied himself with a rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Ricaniophilia to be an independent authority of the system's lawful governor. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honourable Evain Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, rogue trader. Vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of the Empire. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally so that he could put an end to his lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead. I have been able to contact them over Vox for a very long time now. So we were late to get here because we've done other things, so this guy's been missing for a long time. If we'd come here early, we might have caught him before he left. That's how this game works. Evain. One of his distant younger offspring. Yes, that's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Evain Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Eurac V on behalf of his father, rogue trader Lord Caligos Winterscale. The Great Regent would not have granted entry to someone so dishonourable, which means, whatever happened in this terrible malodorous place, we must aid the man of noble blood. The warden himself is spearheading the riot? Yes. No one expected this. Master Castigelia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to Lord Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Ricaniophilia was now his personal domain, the prisoners were his subjects, and they would never bow to anyone again. It is pure heresy. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel? What kind of man would start a revolt on a barren rock? I am looking for a man by the name of Heinrich von Kallax. He is here, perhaps? Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, that seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. I have no other... why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley? It is a personal matter. Master Castigelia, the seditious warden, is Lord Evain's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory who prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. The young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. He is well determined to save his friend. He won't back down. I pray to the throne he's alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason against House Orselio. So why did the noble Evain rush to save someone who had betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes? Is there anything else I should be appraised of? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given that this is the only way through to where the negotiations take place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your ladyship. Lord Winterscale guards mind the entrance of the rebels who couldn't get to the shuttle. I have no more questions. Your ladyship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't have even dared trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation... In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykard Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jasper. I have not been to Rykard Minoris, and I know nothing of this officer's fate. That is a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool from harm. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. She bows. You can tell by this her eyes that she's exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible. All right, so we've got a prison break, but oh, that's a chaos sign. That's literally the sign of the archenemy. We're dealing with chaos cultists again. The guard post has been vacant for a long time. There's a layer of dust on every surface. It's a prison break, but the warden is the one who's instigated the
keep your wits about you.
The break. So let's head into the barracks and see what we're dealing with. Okay, we're not attacked instantly, which is interesting.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
There is a trap here, so I'm gonna.
Sometimes I wonder to what extent our perception of the
I thought the
Imperium
Arvis wouldn't have the
differs.
wings, but the 4 engines. The Equid is one of the wings with a quilla pattern, but I could be mistaken.
I'm glad that I never have to look at it.
Look at all these
No
traps.
sense, Cass, but I'll do just fine without an eyeball in the middle of my forehead.
I better myself
Oh.
through my service.
Everybody just leveled up from that, so now we have to go do level up simulator. I'm sorry. All right, let's start with the Lord Captain. Right, we're hitting level 7 here, so we're looking for move, move, move. The officer immediately grants an ally additional movement points equal to 5. The target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures during this extra turn. If the target is under the effective voice of command, it ignores attacks of opportunity until the officer's next turn. This is really, really useful. And then for our other thing, I want to pick Ready to Serve, which we already have. So let's see if I can catch the lasting impression again. Protect me, you're next. I don't understand why I can't find lasting impression. Combat Master Defensive Maneuvers, Dual Combat, Dueling Mastery, Echo Pulse, Grenadier, It Will Not Die, Last Weapon Expert, Litany of Insulation. No, I cannot find lasting impression. Oh no, lasting impression. You do something. I don't know where that is. Where I get that, but we can pick up focus instead. If I can find focus. I think it was an ability and not a talent, which is why I can't find it. I think focus is as well. So the next thing we want to grab is... do we have decisive response? I think we did pick up decisive response, didn't we? What about you kill it? Yeah, you kill it. If the servant kills a target that the noble dealt damage to last turn, the noble gets +1 AP until the next turn. We'll grab that for now. I might do a respec to fix this at some point. Right, Abelard. His build. We're rating level 7 on him. So we want weapon skill as his main, because we want to keep boosting his weapon skill. And we're going to grab fleet combat training. This thing here. When the Navy officer scores a critical hit or successfully parries an attack with a primary melee weapon, they immediately make an attack with the secondary weapon against the same enemy. So that means whenever he parries or scores a crit, he gets a free shot with his gun, which is just thematic and very cool. Next up, we have Adiria. This is where we grab her flame pyromancy ability. So what we're going to pick up at this level is pyromancy, which we need to find. Pyromancy. A pyromancer is a master of flame. A psyker is able to create searing infernos out of thin air. Pyromancy is one of the most spectacular and destructive forms of psychic ability, and those who face a pyromancer in combat are often reduced to naught but a pile of charred bones. So we're going to grab pyromancy, and we're going to put up her lore warp. And then for Argenta, level 7 for her, we're going to put our agility up, because we can't put our ballistic skill up anymore. And we're going to grab the ability... Litany of Hatred for her. Whenever the Ministorian Priest uses War Hymn or Furious Recital, which she's got Furious Recital, for 1 round, the priests themselves and their allies in a 5-cell radius deal +0 number of Zeal stacks over 2 more weapon damage. This bonus is doubled against Demon, Psychos, and Xenos. So Zeal is a thing that she gets, but when she uses Furious Recital, she gains 3 stacks of Seal. So it'll be 1.5 more weapon damage at the start, but we can build that up to be more as the game goes on. Next up, we have Cassia, who I'm going for the Mega Eye build with. So for level 7, she picks up Held in My Gaze. The navigator deals 13 to 30 damage to an enemy. That enemy must pass a willpower resistance test or become immobilized until the start of the navigator's next turn. So that's her literally opening her third eye and looking at someone and they just basically die. And we're getting a perception... is that right? Held in my gaze. Blood augury is what I want. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer plus 10% additional damage from any source of warp damage. The bonus stacks for each hit inflicted by the navigator. Effect stacks 5 times. And finally, we have Kibella. So for Kibs, let me find where I've got the notes. I want this version. For level 7, we need weapon skill, of course. That makes perfect sense. And for the ability we're grabbing Blood Rush, which is this one here. Whenever the Blade Bouncer uses an ability that costs wounds, they gain 3 movement points until the end of turn, making her even more mobile. Okay. Let's keep moving. Excuse me while I sit up. Alright. Excuse me. There's stuff we can look at in here. The remains of a meal, one far too lavish for even a hive world, led on a prison colony. A long string of names extends beneath the heading, Top Quarry Workers of the Cycle. Scraps of typical prison food, repulsive to the senses. So some people were eating really well, some people were eating badly. Oh god, there's a lot in here. But basically, what this is saying is that there's like a there's a 2-tier system in this prison. Some people are treated really well, some people aren't, and the person making it is keen to get involved in being treated well. Venerable Optimates, the best among us. This is faded. The name's barely legible.
Keep my options open.
Oh, combat time.
Run, fools, or fall.
Okay. I don't think I can move around because we've been ambushed, so we have to fight where we are. Oh god, these guys have grenades. Oh, this is bad. Okay, that could have been worse. Ouch, that was a lot. That was a lot of damage.
Out of my way.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. He just stabbed my psyker. He stabbed my psyker. Alright, I'm going to put Agenta over here. I'm going to activate Rapid Fire. And we're going to also activate Furious Recital. And then we're going to open up with a bolter on this direction. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Now you can start to see how cool Argenta gets. She just fired 8 shots in one round. It was a stun. It was a yeah. It could. I didn't realize it was a stun grenade, so it is pretty bad. Do I have a second attack? I don't have a second attack, unfortunately. Okay, but she just fired a lot of bullets, which is pretty cool. That's the end of her turn. Okay, Abelard just got through his stun turn. He's almost dead, unfortunately. In fact, he's got 4 wounds. He's bleeding. Ugh. Okay, well, someone decided to walk through his area of opportunity. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to
I'll make it happen.
Activate him. I'm going to tell him to voice a command.
On it.
And I'm going to give him an extra turn. And I want him to stab this guy.
At your beck and call. One fewer target.
Now, can he charge this guy? No, he can't. So I'm going to get him to endure. And I'm going to get him... So I'm going to brace for impact, and I'm going to get him to endure. So he should be able to hold out for a little bit longer. Now back to me. I'm going to shoot this guy with my long las. I should have fallen back before that. I can't give myself a move. I'm going to give Cassia a free move. And I'm going to move her back to here.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Okay, she's up next. I'm going to get her to look at this person and ruin their life. But I will also get her to give voice of command to Kibella. And then I will get her to bring it down.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
That means I can attack this person, but it's kind of a waste. So I'm just gonna I can't even jump that far anyway. That was a bit of a waste of the turn. I'm not going to do anything. What we will do, though, is we will open our eye and look at this guy.
I am a navigator. Try to die with
And he just explodes. Alright, now it's Kibble's turn. So I can go... I can't really get to this guy, and I can't really get to this guy either. So I'm just going to put her in cover, I think, this turn.
Death comes in silence.
I mean, I could actually... If I death from above to here... She gets extra movement points for using an ability. Oh, that didn't actually happen. Oh, because she didn't spend any wounds. Alright, we'll just hold there. Okay, we've got high momentum, which is great, but I want to save that for taking a free turn. I'm going to get you to give Abelard a dodge bonus. And then I'm going to get you to move to here.
I know what is to come.
And I'm going to get you to... so she can do Ignite now. The target suffers from 13 to 22 damage and suffers a warp burn effect. This attack is plus 5% armor negation. The Psyker can move after using Ignite. Deal 12 damage to target at the end of their turn with 5% armor penetration. The target creature must pass an agility resistance test to stop burning. It's definitely Kibbles. I don't know what you're talking about. So we just set that guy on fire, and I'm going to exploit weakness on this guy. I can't see him. Then I will exploit on him. Okay, another force grenade. I think that took out Argenta's turn. Just parry, nice. Okay, Argenta did get her turn. I don't see the point in rapid firing because we don't have enough ammo in the gun. But her first reload is free, right? Yes. So we'll reload. We will rapid fire. And we will open fire. Unfortunately, cover is actually a thing in this game. Stop kicking my people.
Now revert to more conservative tactics. It will be done.
Oh, I forgot to click on the person, so I didn't get the charge attack. That was dumb.
At your beck and call.
I'm going to take the extra turn.
The stars themselves. Victory is imminent.
Cool, he's down, and then we will brace for impact. And we will endure. I'm just going to give Kibbs an extra turn. So we will... Oh, I can't voice a command her, but I can order her to take an extra turn. And we will get her to stab this man. And he's dead. And that ambush is dealt with. I think? No, apparently there's still... Oh, there's still this guy over here. Right. Forgot about him. Can I long last him? I know he's in cover. I don't have enough... I can't see him to long last him, unfortunately. Let's give Kibella a free move, then, to get closer to this person.
I bring mercy and retribution.
And that's the end of my turn. Can you gaze at him and just make his head explode? Not from there. Maybe from here? I don't think you can. I don't think you can see him.
Emperor, give me strength.
Kibella is indeed super powerful, yes. There you go.
I'm not accustomed as duty demands.
There. That's the fight over. Okay, we're going to have to use a med kit on...
I am your shadow.
Abelard, because he's injured. He's got a wound.
Oh, field medicine at its finest.
Nice work. And then let's select the party. And we will loot the bodies. They had a good ambush. I'll give that to them. Knives. A serrated mono knife. Can I put that in her offhand? Oh, she hasn't got 2-weapon fighting yet. And some chainmail. No, I don't need the chainmail. I need to get a 2-weapon fighting if I'm going to get her to dual wield. Gas cloud grenades. Detox. Maglock scabbards. Fine-tuned binoculars. And shipment of glow sticks, which are cigarettes. If you don't report yourself to the party, that's very useful to know. Thank you. There's a poster here. The poster says...
As it should be.
It's a Shawshank Redemption situation. There's a hidden passage behind the poster. We found an improved auto pistol and a prisoner's shank, as well as some stuff. That's fun. So it looks like some people were kept in cages and others got to sleep in beds. This diary here talks about how weird and culty the place is. We'll keep moving forward. Basically, the main bit of heresy here is that they started to experiment with messed up stuff.
Without her?
Yeah, chaos marks.
We have a duty to the new rogue trader. You would do well to focus on that.
And then this is talking about how it all going wrong.
Awful things.
There's basically like they put together like a super group of super prison guard of super prisoners who are like better than everyone else. But in order to join them, you have to like sacrifice to join them, and it got really extreme. That's basically what happened here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, Kibella has high tech skills. She can wear the tech skill gloves. My brethren, the dawn of nigh, the opiates will guide us into a new existence. So these are not as like super prisoners. I mean, they're all just prisoners. It's all prison break. It's all pretty bad, but they started doing chaosy stuff. How long for this, my dear brethren? I think this might be the guy from the notes, because he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. They don't believe. It is an harvest light. The equivalents are tapered like a triangle. There we go. Thank the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak our word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain. Look at this ragtag bunch highly inspires trust. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot. But, well, sitting it out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join in the festivities. So we had to, play along. But that's all it was. Play. We never meant no offense to Governor Medina, nor to the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, sir. We just want to wait until everything blows over. We can go back to our cells and quietly do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. The seneschal is utterly unimpressed by the old man's ingratiating monologue. The low-born speech is mottled with colours that conceal his true darker hues. This old man has a long history of lies, and is using his wiles on us well. But I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. If I spare you, what do I gain from it? Well, how can lowly jailbirds hope to thank your noble self? You see, us here's how we should put it, different from the rest of the prisoners of the place. We're all petty thieves from Rykard Minoris, debtors, gutter snipes. There's no one serious. Now, we nobles are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Why don't we tell you where on Footfall Station, you know Footfall, the only shipyard the best mark in the Cronus Expanse, you can find some very serious business-minded people, and then get yourself a very special discount for them on some very special goods. Very well, I shall spare you. Oh, great to hear. Great. Now, there's a truisticate. Now then, where was I? If you're ever on Footfall Station, there's this district there, the Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our holiest emperor. I've known folks who called it something else on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Reverend Hynorminus wasted no time in finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall, the Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there, built into the remains of an old ship, and in that bar in the back room a certain Rizza does her business. Tell her Grandpa Backfile says hello. You'll be her favourite client in the blink of an eye. There we are. Now, we'll be going if you don't mind. Okay, so we've got 3 options here. Option 1 is the heretical option, you may go. Option 2 is the iconoclastic option. I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the warden's henchmen. Go tell my pilot that it is the Lord Captain's order you'll be sent to my ship. You will join my ship's crew. You have my personal pardon as a rogue trader. Or the option 3, the dogmatic option. I've changed my mind. By his name, I will not let heretical riffraff such as yourselves leave this place alive. Because this actually affects our character's demeanor, I'm going to make you pick the option. So 1 for heretic, 2 for iconoclast, 3 for dogmatic. Remember, exclamation mark V, 1, 2, or 3. We'll do 3 options for 1 minute. And I'll let you pick which option I'm going to pick. We did the dogmatic the first time. So I'm interested to see what people pick. Also, loving that you're also taking part in the votes. Thank you very much for doing that. So again, option 1 for heretic, option 2 for iconoclast, option 3 for dogmatic. This does affect our character's demeanor and how people look at us and how some equipment we can equip as well. At the moment, the iconoclast option is really winning quite hard. I'm pretty much, I think, happy to call it at this point. There's 30 seconds left, but there's a little bit of a push for heresy. There's someone pushing for dogmatic as well. I think the heretic is still not finished. Oh, thank you for voting, Darkening Kai. Well, no one is dogmatic. There's 1 vote. There's 2 votes for dogmatic, 2 votes for heresy. But I think it's pretty safe to say we're going for iconoclast. So we're gonna let him go. We're gonna add him to our crew. I feel like sort of taking the heretical option here, standing between the Soridus and Kibbles, is not a great idea. Yeah, it finished. Thanks. We're most grateful, you know this. We got +3 iconoclast from that. He actually bowed. Oh, they're on our crew now. So if you actually check our character sheet, If we go to features, no, we go to reputation. No, biography. For us, it is reputation. No, features. Where I thought it showed me. Here it is. Here it is. We're a little bit dogmatic. We've got level 1 dogmatic, so we've picked up grim determination, and we haven't picked up the first above the thundering guns, which gives us 2 round. We get extra wounds. So you get bonuses for picking an option. Dogmatic has already given us grim determination, which means that our allies get a plus 10% chance to survive with 1 wound instead of falling unconscious. So there's actually bonuses to doing this. They all had autoguns. Anything in here we want? There's a door we can blow open with a melter charge. And in here, there's some. There's what? Faux hammer, which is a rending shotgun pistol. That might be a really good option for Abelard if he gets that thing where he has to shoot. There's when the user is using endure, they immediately remove one. Ooh, that's actually really nice. And some more force grenades. So he's got some really good equipment for Abelard in here. So this is a shotgun pistol, which I think no, that's not the shotgun pistol. Where's a shotgun pistol? This is a shotgun pistol, and this cape is actually really nice. Each heroic act is battle piece or is dodge value. No, this means he can shrug off some really nasty stuff. I don't know who else is an iconoclast here. I don't think we have any other iconoclasts in the party right now. We don't, so no one's going to wear that armor. And also we have some more force grenades. Did I not take the goods? I didn't take the goods, thank you. And then we've got a Diviner's Staff. The wield of the staff gains the Consign ability. The ability is available to heroic, acting, desperate, measured versions. What does that do? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What is that ability? I can't right-click on it to see more. Consign. I have to equip... I think I have to have it in my inventory to find out more about it. But I just took it off Abelard. I put the new cloak on Abelard. I took that cloak off Abelard. Now I want to read what this does, but I can't expand it. If I go to you and equip it, can I do it from there? Info. Right, what does Consign do? Divination. Divination special. So this is you need to be a diviner to use it properly. The next hit against a target will be an automatic critical hit for 0 HP, 0 AP. That's quite interesting. Because I'm not really using the force lightning anymore, but she can like force critical hits for 0 action points. That seems quite strong because I'm not interested in the lightning arc now that we have the fire. I think we'll use that. Force keys do look like a stack of donuts. Yes. There's no diviners in my party, but it seems that she can use the I think she can use the consign ability. Oh, sorry, I just built a bridge, so I don't have to go back through there if this comes up again.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, lots of people died here. More people died here. Corpse in a uniform decorated with a winter scale coat of arms. The dead guard did not even have time to draw a weapon. The attack must have come as a surprise. Okay, this is a really big fight. So this will be the last fight of the stream, but it's a big one. Oh, Atra is a diviner. Okay, cool. Of course she's a diviner. She sees the future all the time. That was just Kibbles playing with her blade. The accretions on the outside of the structure indicate some regularly occurring natural phenomenon, possibly poison gas emissions. So we have what looks like some weird chaosy stuff. And there's the guy we're looking for. Oh, there's experiments happening. This doesn't look good. I told you, Evie. They are hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors. Holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but pile of fibs and useless animations. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me. And now I can reveal it to you. If you just stop struggling for 1 minute. What? The man realizes he is not alone and turns to you. We have guests. From the Von Valencia ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you'll have to wait. Do not faint, I beg of you. It is important you feel everything, including your other eye. Such dreadful shades. The colors of this place, they are putrescent to the core, and these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair and doom. I can't get Abelard to shout at anybody, but I'm going to say step away from that. What madness have you wrought in this prison? Do you truly want to know? This is my garden, where I tried to grow the seedlings of a beautiful future. That was before I realized that there is no future. Not in the sense that ordinary people understand. We are too attached to this life, to the limitations of our weak bodies, to the short-sightedness of our eyes that can scarcely see. It is also insignificant. The true future lies beyond real space, and the only way to reach it is through cleansing sacrifice. Do you understand? I hate major miscast, issues and heretic tendency. Yeah. You know, we had this guy once. He was a quiet one. One day he walked into a middle deck bar, threw one back, then pulled out a gun and started shooting people left and right without saying a word. Then he shoved the barrel in his mouth and blew his brains out. Our warden here has exactly the same look in his eyes right now. Why did you mutilate these people? These are my optimates, saints who will guide the flock to the fated hour. Listen, can you hear? You can't? They are crying out, calling. It's just that their cries are not meant for our ears. They cast their voices out there, beyond the edge of the glass, into the transparent quiet. There they are heard. There their call is answered. Rogue traitor. Every moment spent on talking to this heretic could be moments spent destroying him and committing this place to purifying flames. Isn't it time we got started? Who is Aurora? Oh, so you've managed to barge in here and interfere with the prophetess's designs without even knowing who she is. But it's too late now. You will never attain sight. All you can do is accept your fate. I do not like when people take the prophetess Aurora's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. The time for words has passed. Optimates, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth, or become awash in blood. What is he doing to the prisoners? It's combat time. Corpse starch is what they feed guardsmen. We're going to put Abelard here. Yeah, he goes. We'll keep him in cover. Actually, we're going to put Argenta in cover. Oh, I can't put her in cover there. That's annoying. I'm going to put her in cover here then. We'll put Cassia in cover. I want her to be able to do her psychic thing on everybody. I'll be in cover there. Idge will be in there. I'm actually going to... yeah, and then where can I put you? I can put you in cover here. Okay. Corpse Search's emergency rations, yes. I just thought it was funny they brought it up. Okay, let's go. There's a lot of enemies here. Oh, we get to open up with Shooty McShooterson. Now, unfortunately, the enemies aren't in a nice line, but I still think I can just open up on these three here. So we're going to pop a Rapid Fire. We're going to pop a Furious Recital. And then we're going to go Daka 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 on these two here. Okay. I'm not going to run and gun. We'll just end the turn.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, here comes the Warden. He just shot Idra in the face. Crap. He just shot the Warden. Alright, I'm up next. I'm going to make Abelard my servant. I'm going to voice of command him. I'm going to give him a free move.
I'll make it happen.
To here.
Follow my lead.
How did an orc become an Imperial Rogue Trader? Well, it's a long story. Okay, that's his turn. Then I'm going to give him another free turn.
If not me.
No suppression, sadly. And we're going to stab this guy.
I will do my duty.
Oh, he parried, the asshole. Alright, then we're going to brace for impact. And we're going to endure.
It will be done.
What are your stats right now, Abelard? Weapon skill 70, toughness 75. I love it. Okay, it's back to me for the rest of my turn. I've got no action points left, though.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Shields me.
Is there... Oh, no, he shot the thing I'm hiding behind. I was like, who took health damage there? Oh, this is looking perfect for Kibbs to jump. Oh, yes, I'm so happy I gave him that shotgun. Oh, I did not know there was a guy over there. He has a flank on us. That's not good. How cool was the shotgun blast there, though? Okay, we need to get... we need to move Cassia. Okay, Cassia, get out of there.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Have you now? And then you're going to give... You're going to... Voice of command. You can't see Kibella. Great. In fact, you can't see anyone? Weird. I want to get you to... Oh, no. I pushed the wrong button. You're going to voice of command Kibella. Then you're going to bring it down on Abelard. He can't. Damn. Let's see if you can... If Kibella can jump in. If she can do a death from above. She can. Let's land her right here. Oh, my God. That was disgusting. I guess we'll do a dance. And I should have Blood Oath. I'm actually going to Blood Oath this guy. No, I'll Blood Oath him on our turn. Then Cassie is going to open her eye on That guy's too far away. This guy over here. And he's melted. Yes, it's not a lot of hit points, only a person knows how to move my ship. Alright, now it's actually Kibella's turn, so I'm going to Blood Oath Warden Cassia. Then we're going to Blade Dance him.
Let your soul be purged.
Then we're going to stab him.
Trust me. Caught by the web.
And I think we just finished the combat. Unholy lenses have HP. Oh no. Okay, the unholy lenses just made a new version of him. Right, so we have to kill the lenses. I now know this. Okay, let's Kibella's turn over. We've got high momentum. I'm going to save that from my character. The power of Goth compels you, fell servant of chaos. I'm going to make Abelard's next attack a critical hit. What's the difference? Oh, next hit against the target. Okay. We'll make the next hit against him. He's not in line of sight. Cool. Can we set him on fire from here? We can. Alright, we're going to give Abelard the dodge bonus. Then we're going to inspect him. And then we're going to set him on fire. But we're not going to actually... we're not actually going to try and kill him.
But of course.
Damn, that was a lot of damage. Until we've taken out the unholy lenses. Alright, Abelard. I don't think you can do much about this lens. But where... So there's a lens here, and there's a lens over here. If I bring you over here, you can charge this guy. And then I can get you to the lens after that. So let's charge him.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
Nice. Why don't you shoot the lens? Oh, you can't, because it's only got a range of 1. That's really all I want you to do this turn. I want to save my high momentum for my turn. I'll just get you to endure. Okay, Argenta's up. Can I get her to shoot this? No, there's no way I can get her to shoot this without hurting us. And she can't shoot... She can shoot at this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop rapid fire. I will take my reload. And we'll fire everything at this.
I'll do it.
It's a little bit out of a range for her by the looks of it. Okay, we'll have to move her forward next turn. Okay, he's trying to kill Cassia. I need to kill this. I'm in the best position to do that. I think I might switch to my second weapon group, though, and hit it with my sword. That's not going to do that much damage, is it? We'll still hit it. That wasn't my sword. Whoops. Okay, I shot it with my pistol. Let's give Voice of Command to Argenta. And I'll give her an extra attack.
I'll see to it personally.
And I'll get her to do a single attack on the lens. Oh, not quite enough to kill it.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh no, it was enough to kill it. Cool, it's down. So that's her turn done. Then back to me. I've got no action points left, but I can give someone an extra turn. So I'm going to give Abelard an extra turn.
You should feel honored to witness
And then
this.
I'm going to run Abelard up to here.
My place is at the fore.
And we're going to attack the Unholy Lens with his sword.
At your beck and call.
And then we're going to take the breakthrough to get an extra free attack. And then he's got another slash.
Someone else can do this.
But he can't slash that. Oh, it dashes through an enemy cell. Okay. And then my turn is over.
Out of my way.
I'm just going to keep Cassia alive. Ooh. Concerning. This guy's worrying as well. But he hasn't got line of sight on Cassia anymore. Okay. Back to Cassia. Let's get her to just eliminate somebody. Can you... can't eye this person. You can eye him. You can't eye the lens. What if I just got you to hit... If you hit the lens, you would do what? Doesn't tell me how much damage you would do. But I could bring you here.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
There's no space on our side, on the other side, Captain. She's not going to kill it, unfortunately, but I'll get her to hit it. Bonk. And then she can give Abelard an extra go. Should have just done that, actually. He can hit the lens. Okay, that's it taken care of.
Victory is imminent.
We'll make... I think everyone has usurped me on them now.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Voice of command, sorry. Okay, Kibella's up. I'm going to think she can... I've got a feeling she can blade... Oh, she hasn't got enough momentum to blade dance. And she can't get close enough to the dude either. I'll just get her to take cover here for now. Back to me. No, back to Idra. Set him on fire again.
Anything is.
And then I want you to also give her the dodge bonus. And that's it. Abelard is back. I want Abelard to take this guy out. So I guess all you can do, Abelard, is move to here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
And then this one charge. It doesn't give him a charge, does it? And I can't go to here. And I can't charge up the ladder either. So I think that's his turn over, unfortunately. Back to me. Back to Argenta. I want to kill the Unholy Lens. She's just such a bad shot. I can't really do it. But we'll reload. We'll pop rapid fire. And we'll just... Second one set. She's very the backup flamethrower. I do actually have a flamethrower. We hit it once. That's something. Alright, that's her turn up. Now it's me. The warden just died. I don't have a shot. Oh, I just switched to my sniper rifle. Do I have a shot on this? I do. Same amount of damage. I'll take the shot. Did it hit? It did hit. And I'm going to give you another turn. I'm going to give you a movement first.
I'll see to it personally.
Yes, the Argenta will never aim. Like, that's the thing. She's gonna she basically just holds down the... the way Argenta fights is very much that idea of the Sister of Battle who doesn't even use the sights on her gun. She's just spraying and screaming prayers to the Emperor. That's how she fights. And if she hits, it's because the Emperor wanted her to hit. That's how that works. Oh, I can't give her an extra... She's too far away, for goodness sake. I'm okay. And those are the buffs, especially when she gets her prestige arctic system breathing. Cool. Yeah, you're not doing great there. Cassia, can you mind destroy anybody? I'm very worried about your position. I want to keep you as safe as possible. Can you give her an extra turn if I move you to here? Patient, you've just tuned in for the last fight of the stream, I'm afraid. Yeah, she's literally spray and pray, but there's actually somebody listening. However, I was going to take a standard shot. I just want to make sure that if I do spray, it's not going to hit. Yeah, it's going to... There's a chance it could hit Kibella. I'm not going to take that option, so I will just fire a shot. Oh well, she missed. But I can give her an extra turn.
I'll paint your death in colors.
We'll get to here. We'll reload. We'll pop rapid fire. And we will burst fire. There you go. That's all of the lenses destroyed. So now we just have to kill these 2 remaining guards. Kibella still can't get at this guy, unfortunately. She doesn't have the speed yet.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Oh, really? Okay. That's good to know. Idria can't do a ton right now either. I think I'm just going to end her turn as is. We'll get Abelard to kill this guy.
A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty.
And then I think I can, if I shift 4, I can then break through this guy by clicking on him like this. Yes.
Reduced to dust.
And he is indeed reduced to dust. So that just leaves this guy up here. Do I have a shot on him? I do. We'll obviously pop rapid fire. And we'll reload. And we'll DACA him. You don't refuse, you DACA. Yeah, smushed. I remember this fight being extremely hard on the highest difficulty. Hey, Shin, thanks very much for the super chat. I wish you were better at combat in this game as well. I need to fix my chat bot so that it actually says these things out loud. I had to cancel the subscription for the thing that was doing it before. I couldn't afford it anymore. So I need to try and find a free chat bot that can do it. I'm only playing 1 difficulty above normal. I don't believe we've properly been introduced. Even Winterscale. Coronis. Greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. Well, we've saved the son of the other rogue trader. That's going to go well for us, right? On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visited Eurac V, the station was awash in a mist of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colours in my home. Now, however, his colours are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a little brighter deserves no less. Lady Cassia, I presume? the sacred child of House Orselio. How disgraceful it is that on the day we finally meet, I find myself not at my best. There's no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. I do indeed have a Discord wooden plank. It should be in my channel description on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check that it is. Although, be aware that I will be going to bed straight away after this stream. So don't be offended if I don't reply to messages in the chat. Just like I don't do. One thing to say though is I don't do DMs. I've closed my DMs off. If you check my channel links, the community Discord is there on the channel. I should actually have a chat command to make it come through as well. Road traders are powerful enough that they might legit have harems. So how many kids with a skill? That's true. There's no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. What have they done to you? Conserve your strength. You're wounded and need help. Finish him off. I must assume you're infected by this corruption. Conserve your strength. You're wounded and need help. Wounded. I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This was my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. It's... what have they done to you? A warden, my friend. I tried to convince us of the riot. Diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. So I must take my leave, but I'll say I must take my leave. Your pilot will... I'll see that assistance is provided to you and you are escorted from here. He nods, giving into oblivion. 3 profit factor gained. Alright, that's us completed this particular area. So this is where I'm going to end the stream for tonight. We've covered quite a lot of ground, not as much as I wanted to. We had so many interruptions, but I'm still quite happy with everything we've done. I'm just going to grab all the loot off these guys. A noble's sword. That might be... On hit, this sword attacks inflict a disturbed effect on the target for 2 rounds. If the target attack is already suffering the disturbed effect, this attack deals an additional +6 damage to the target. Most would prefer swords. They provide more flexibility in the battlefield against close quarter enemies. Plus 10% parry, -10 to enemy weapon skill. That's an insane weapon. That's a precise las pistol and an improved armor body glove. We might have a use for that. We don't need the las pistol though. I think that sword is an upgrade for Abelard. It's less damage, but higher damage potential, I think. So I am going to give it to him. And now he has a cool sword. Oh yeah, that sword is awesome. Definitely. The same time next week. Unfortunately, because I work full time, I can't stream every night or anything. So the next stream of this game will be this time next week. But I will be doing a stream of Phantom Brigade on Sunday. It'll be Friday. It'll be Saturday for most people. I'll be doing a stream of Terra Invicta next Monday for most people.
I do what I must.
Fixed with poison gas. Thank you, Daedra. And so there's oh, your eyes joined to the shards of enormous lens scattered around the broken device. At first, you were so just for everyone aware, in 40 minutes, you might want to check out my channel. Okay, in 40 minutes, you might want to check out my channel. At first, you're uncertain as to what troubles you, but then suddenly realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valencia's desk. What is the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in... By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! I see it too. Whatever that thing in that study was, it was made from the same material as this. What? What? It's a mistake. Slander meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First those minions of the archenemy murdered Lord Captain Theodora, and now, this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come now, Abelard. Remember what she was like. Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate, until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone head first into a black hole if she had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else out in the expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk, and why she went to get it during the attack. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood. But do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Thanks, Woodham. Perception test succeeded. The sister words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. Gain 7 experience. Life must be so easy for you sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person. You see bad blood, an annoying hindrance. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the archenemy. A person who has treated themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora as much when you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You aren't surprised or upset. You just gave up on her and moved on. Oh god, I've got to pick between the other. Argenta is right. The danger of heresy cannot be overstated. Ideria is right. It is too soon to cast accusations of heresy. Sister Argenta, you will cease these insinuations about Theodore at once. I will not allow the name of the Vancid family to be defamed by such words, which you're walking a fine line between outright heresy and the barrel of a bolter. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you. All of these options are horrendous. Heresy is super bad. I do feel it is a little bit early to be calling for heresy on the behalf of a rogue trader. But the dangers of heresy cannot be overstated. So I think I have to go with option 1. Lord Captain, I'm not excusing heresy. I just don't believe. I don't want to believe Theodora would be involved in it. That all the good she did cannot be so easily crossed out with a single word. Alright, I'm not going to walk around. I don't want to trigger anything else while we're here. I want to finish the stream here. So I'm just going to pause the game and save it. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the stream as much as I have. I'm having a blast playing this game, especially just the way we're playing it. I think it's really, really fun. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a great day or morning or noon or night or whatever. Like I say, I obviously have something queued up to appear on the channel in about 40 minutes. Sorry, Scarlet Fox. I know. Nobody is in the right time zone, trust me. I'm not in the right time zone for me, Scarlet Fox. And obviously I'll be back with more Xenonauts. I do want to get some Voice of the Void out, but I will see you all later. Have a wonderful day. Catch you in the next video. Ciao for now. Bye.